Did you notice that?
No,
You
there's
ever see it? The wrap has two yolks. It's fake.
fuck. Well, it's fake, guaranteed, because it's a fucking. It's a shell made out of egg. That's not real. It's fake.
No, the gross shit with that. At work, we do, obviously breakfast, lunch, dinner for the
Right.
residents and shit. Breakfast time, we have scrambled egg mix. It's like pre-scrambled raw eggs that you pour onto a fucking grill, like a brazier or like in a pan, and you just heat it up and then you spin it around while it cooks, and it's just instant scrambled eggs.
That's shady.
That's gross, dude.
Yeah.
So
I bet
many of those
they're,
places do that though. Like they have gross ass scrambled eggs, like they're in a bag and shit.
Right. Like when you get eggs from like McDonald's or some place like Burger King or
You know
anywhere,
it's fucking.
you know it's just like
from a
like
bag.
there's like a log of fake egg.
Dude, I'm fucking freezing. Like in a polyester shirt, it's so breathable. Fucking dude, that fucking breeze is going
He's
right
like, I am
through.
so over this. So over this fan.
Now
right
I'm
now.
fucking warm. I don't know what to
You're-
do.
Right.
I don't know what to do.
Drink more beer.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna get warm in here if we don't have that on.
Yeah.
Well, we'll adjust based on the situation.
We just go back and forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and our fucking I recently found out that our cheeseburger, or not cheeseburgers, but our burger patties are only like sort of actual beef. Like it's
It's sort of actual.
sort of beef. Like, you know how like
It's meat,
Yeah.
so it's sort of beef.
you know pepperoni or like what is it? Pepperoni
like
for like Hot Pockets or DiGiorno's or
Right.
whatever. It's like the pepperoni or sausage or whatever is made with pork, chicken, beef,
Yeah.
egg, whatever, mushrooms, dirt, fingernails.
Primarily dirt.
Probably
Like-
hair.
Like that little disclaimer on the DiGiorno box that says, "Oh, our pepperoni is made with pork, chicken, turkey, fucking lettuce," is on the burger box, and our burgers are like, I think they're only like 25% beef, and the rest is just pork and chicken and
Filler.
filler,
Yeah. Cheap stuff.
preservatives,
Yeah.
flavoring. We're feeding them to old people that are sick.
Yeah, right. They're like,
Like, why can't we just?
why feed them
They
good?
have no idea what's going on. half the
Yeah.
time.
Why not make something homemade? The cookies we call them homemade cookies. They're just fucking Aldi brand.
You
You
lying.
can fucking buy them at the store. We have personal pan pizzas. They're like little fucking Tony's pizzas.
We make them
The-
share them.
They're like, we should save us money.
The party pizzas,
They're
Totino's.
worse. You could get them
I
at
feel like those just aren't. Like
They're
that's just
free.
like
They're
just
free.
enough food to make you like
hungry.
still hungry. Yeah.
It's like a partial appetizer. You have two of them and you got a solid appetizer.
They're definitely for kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're for parties.
Parties, kids' parties.
I mean, nah, I don't think so.
Elio's they're straight up. They're mini sheep pizzas.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
delicious.
I
I
never
love
made that
Elios.
connection.
Like,
For some reason, I like them a lot. Go ahead.
I mean,
What?
I don't know. I feel like most frozen pizza's not that great.
Yeah. No, it's
I like Red Baron. It's a nice thin crust.
Yeah, I do like the thin crust
Anything
freezer pizzas.
Yeah.
Usually.
anything thin crust
That's true. Yeah.
is good.
DiGiorno's crust is like you want it to be good, but it just isn't. It just isn't.
You
It
just
always
want
gets-
it to be good.
It always gets too crispy somehow.
It's such a fine line with those. Whether it's going to be fluffy, or it's either going to
It's
be
like
you can either,
it's a 3-second difference between
Literally.
fluffy and hard. Is right.
like, and it'll either be like sort of undercooked
yeah,
in the middle,
yeah,
or perfect, or it's going to be fucking burnt to a crisp.
Yeah.
yeah. That's exactly it. And it's like a 3-second difference. It's like if you have to get that pocket
Yeah.
where it's like I got to take it out now, or it's not. It's
yeah, right
it's
in the
not
sweet
okay.
spot.
Yeah.
Right hit the sweet spot.
right.
Like you have a safe, you have a little 3-second window or whatever
Yeah.
to fucking do it right.
There's
But-
there's so many pizzas that like I feel like the pepperoni like ruins the sauce kind of.
Yeah,
Like I
Yeah.
feel like
I
like
get
if
that.
you have the wrong pepperoni, it completely ruins the flavor of the sauce because it just tastes like pepperoni.
Right. Or doesn't taste like anything good. Like it's like rubbery
Yeah.
roni. and it's like,
or they have those little like tiny little like chips of
Yeah,
pepperoni.
like
chunked
little
up.
chunks.
I
chunks of
hate that.
pepperoni.
That shit's
I'm like,
awful.
why is that there?
What you got to do is just get like a plain cheese oven pizza and then put your
Then
own
put your own,
toppings
yeah.
on it. That's
Yeah.
that works almost as well as making your whole pizza, but
less.
who the fuck has time with that?
Yeah,
right?
why would you do that?
Like, if you know you're going to have sauce and cheese and a dough, well, just get that pre-made and then put everything else on yourself.
I mean, let's
Add
be
a little
honest.
add a little flair. Ric Flair.
I was gonna say, like, let's be honest. If you're gonna get pizza, you want it now.
Yeah,
Yeah, that too.
You
So
don't
just-
want to make a pizza.
yeah, you want it to be like pretty much instant.
Yeah.
Because the second you decide you want food, you're pretty much that means you're hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're- and you're fucked
True,
until
true.
you fill up your gut.
Right, and it's like pizza is just one of those foods where you want it to be there. Like
Yeah,
you
it's
don't
like
want
one
to
of
have
those-
to put effort into
Yeah.
getting a pizza.
That's why every pizza place delivers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if they don't deliver, they don't last.
Yeah,
And if
I don't think there is one
Little
that wouldn't.
Caesars.
Little Caesars is the only place that doesn't deliver.
That's because their pizza's $5.
and it's
Yeah.
worth it.
And it's already made.
It's
It's already made.
It's already hot
It
and ready.
solves the same problem. You just have
Yeah.
to walk in
You
the door
just
and
have
say
to go
pizza, and they're like, "Here, $5."
Yep.
I mean, it actually might even be faster to just drive there than it is to
To-
order
yeah,
something
order
and have them
one, yeah.
deliver it to you.
Well, remember
that's
when-
Probably true.
Was it the Mayweather fight where just spur of the moment we were like, let's go get Little Caesars.
Yeah.
And we hopped in your car and drove to Little Caesars and came back, and like the episode of like South Park that we left on was still going.
Yeah. So it's
So-
all about hot and ready.
They just finished the dialogue that you guys left on.
Honestly, like, if you're gonna if you have, I had exactly $6 that day, and I think a whole pizza came to like $5.87 or some shit like that. Like, that's such a deal.
Yeah.
That's
It is
such
a
a
deal.
deal. Like, I don't fucking want.
That's gonna fill you up. It's a
Yeah.
whole pizza.
I mean, granted, it's pretty much garbage, but
Yeah,
it's satisfying.
I think. I think Little Caesars
You know-
is all right.
Um,
I like it better than
They're-
Pizza Hut.
dude, they're-
honestly.
Yeah, that's
they're-
it. No, that's true.
I
Actually,
like it better
their
than Pizza Hut.
Italian cheese bread is wicked good,
Yeah.
yeah, I actually love their cheesy.
and their
bread.
deep dish stuff is okay.
I didn't-
Is that the deep dish
Oh,
that had
yeah,
the
it's
bacon
like
crust or
$8.
whatever? It wasn't. It's not a bacon crust.
You
It's
can
like-
get it.
You
but
can get
I
the bacon
think you can.
crust. I remember getting.
I
That.
remember
That
seeing
was
the
fucking
commercial.
ridiculous.
I remember seeing commercials for that, and the commercials looked gross.
Yeah.
Like they didn't
Yeah.
look
Like the fucking,
appetizing.
it's so much bread. Like it is so much bread.
It's just they make the pizza look greasy as fuck, and you're like, that's not appetizing.
I mean,
don't-
sometimes that's what you want.
I mean, yeah, I
Yeah.
guess if you're drunk, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
crowd.
Yeah, but when aren't any of us?
Yeah, drunk as fuck.
That-
I feel like I feel like that's a very low percentage of time.
That actually, it seems like a high percentage. It seems like a high percentage.
There's like I'm gonna change the topic there. No, I don't
Ball
know.
rolling.
Fucking change gears.
I actually I don't know. I feel like it's like almost a steal to buy shit at Little Caesars. You know what I mean?
That's
Like it's not even fair to them.
yeah.
How
Right.
much of a ripoff it is.
Like,
They should make
but the
their-
thing is nobody takes
How-
pride in their fucking Little Caesars pizza.
No.
So fuck them.
How
It's
are-
not like they go.
Not
"Oh."
even Little Caesars takes pride in Little Caesars.
They
Let's be
take pride in
honest.
the value. That's what they want.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Like
but-
literally everything they advertise is just value based.
Yeah.
they're lifting the pizza up. They're like, oh, look at this cheese. But then, boom, don't forget it's only $5. Buy it.
Yeah, right?
Don't fucking think about the
It does-
cheese.
yeah, it
There's
does
fucking
say-
cockroaches in the commercial.
It does say like voted best value in America in their store, like on the walls.
On the
Oh,
boxes.
That's their
It's imprinted in the underneath
their
the
call to-
pizza.
right. So like when you walk in and see the pizza and you realize that it looks as bad as in the commercial, you
That's
have
their
the
claim
wall,
to fame.
You
though.
have the wall thing to reassure you that.
It also says that you can't take pictures in there. And Christian had his phone out last time we were in there.
Oh.
And he didn't take any pictures. Like,
Right.
But when we left, the guy was like, oh, hey, be careful with that photo. Don't post it on social media or anything.
What?
We were like, what? Like, first of all, he didn't take any pictures. Like, how would you even just guess that he took a picture just because he had his phone out? Like,
You know what's
and
insane?
I don't understand
Go
why
ahead.
they wouldn't want
Yeah.
that shit on social media.
Because
What- I guess it's to show that their pizza's actually like not what is pictured in the
yeah,
advertisement.
that's so true. They could totally get like sued for completely not having.
Complete false advertising.
Yeah, complete.
But like, I've only ever heard of like suit, not suit stores. What do you call stores where you buy tuxedos?
Is that a thing?
Department stores?
No.
No.
Tuxedo suits.
Tuxedo stores? Fancy stores?
Stores.
I don't know.
No.
Where do you buy
Clothes-
suits?
Clothes stores.
I don't buy suits. I go to like Thrifty Shopper or
I don't know if
my
you.
grandma just shows up with
Tailors.
a garbage. Tailors?
I
Tailors
guess
make suits.
they make them though.
They make them. Like, I've heard of a place like that, a place where you buy wedding dresses, car dealerships.
I don't know. I've never bought a suit. I've rented suits. But
Yeah.
I've never bought a suit.
No,
I've never even worn a suit.
I make a suit. We wore suits when we were the Beaver Boys. Those were suits, weren't they?
Kinda.
We wore
they were out.
dress pants and a dress shirt.
It was like the
and a
undersuit.
belt.
I
we
had
had
a
our
tight
little- we
white
had-
shirt.
Oh, yeah, you
I
had
a tight white shirt, tight white pants.
Yep.
A hat. And
We had our little
glasses.
rape whistles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some T-swizzle,
That was fuck.
rape whistles.
I mean, I guess that's a suit.
Yeah,
I still don't know
anyway,
what that is.
so,
Like a
like-
costume.
You can't take pictures at Little Caesars? That's
Yeah,
I've never
what?
known that.
It says you can't.
It's definitely
Why?
a false advertisement thing.
It's so that you can't steal their branding. You can't offer
Branding? Oh,
Probably
you have to,
because
dude,
like
they
they don't actually have a training system. They just are like, yeah, figure it out. Like you're hired, figure it out.
it's got to be
So,
like
all the
everything's
employees-
pre-made or some shit.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
like
of course
most,
it is.
yeah, like all the bread is just like a solid loaf of bread that they put in the oven, put sauce and cheese on. They have like packets of sauce that they squeeze on.
It's like the icing that comes from toaster strudels.
it's like a lunchable. Imagine a lunchable pizza, and that's what they do.
Just extrapolate it.
They just make it a large version of
you
lunch.
you put the like sauce on with a turkey baster, like fucking cheese
Yeah.
turkey baster.
Yeah.
No,
That's
those are
probably true.
Canadian squirt guns, dude. Oh my god.
What are those weird fan looking things that they put icing on shit?
Oh, the like stylist.
The on
like,
tops,
It's like a weird like
The plumes. I don't know. It looks like it's like a reverse balloon.
yeah that
yeah.
that's what they use.
Oh lord. Yeah, I feel like Little Caesars. Like if you can't feel bad for them by just walking in, throwing $5 on the counter and leaving, because nobody's gonna like make their pizza and be like, oh man, this is the best pizza I've ever made, and then like they hand it off like a baton. They're playing like that one song that goes like bum 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 bum. That, you know that
Oh
one?
yeah, that like.
Bum, 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 bum.
It's
That one.
I don't
They're
know
playing
that.
that.
like it's in every slow motion sports.
It's in like
scene.
every Will Ferrell movie. He's just running.
Oh my god. I'm dying right now. We've been talking for like 20 minutes about fucking pizza.
I'm not even done yet. I'm not even done yet.
We're just
He
getting.
brings it up. He's like, "Hey, Jimmy." Yeah, boss.
Check out this pizza I made.
Bring this pizza up here. We got a family. We're gonna sell it to. Okay, boss. He's just like, "Boo, boo, 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 boo." Here you
Oh,
go.
I know it's
Yeah, like
He's like, here you go. Thanks for coming to Little Caesars. Please enjoy this pizza. I worked really hard on it. They pick it up. They pay him in nickels. They walk out. They flip it open. And they're like, oh, damn. And they close it. And they trip off the curb and the pizza splats.
they aren't even phased either. They're like, ah, fuck.
They're like, ah. Then they go back in and just buy another one.
Yeah, they're all hot and ready.
That's Little Caesars.
They're
It's
hot and
just
ready already.
fucking-
Dude. You can
it
just go
doesn't
grab another
matter.
one.
It doesn't matter. Nobody takes pride in their work there. Pay him in nickels.
Right?
Pay him in
I
pennies.
guarantee there's
I feel
no
like-
training system. There's
Yeah.
just a safety
I
program.
feel like everybody who works
Wear
there is
gloves.
like.
Yeah, wear gloves.
Turn your phone off.
Don't
I
come
feel
in
like they're
sick.
all disabled anyway.
Don't let anybody in with suits on.
No suits allowed. No photos. No photos of people with suits.
You gotta knock 3 times and going through the side door like a fucking drug dealer's house.
that should be a thing. Underground pizza.
How do
Probably
we,
is.
It probably is, and we just don't know about it yet.
Oh,
Somewhere.
it's underground.
I mean, just look at like, you know, Heroin. Where do people get heroin from? I don't know a heroin dealer, but apparently everybody's doing heroin.
Yeah.
It's valid. We do live in like the capital city of heroin users or county.
Yeah. We just had someone die from it like a week ago.
Yeah,
2
I
weeks
was
ago or something.
I went to school with that person.
Yeah, I told you about it Saturday.
Yeah.
We're not going to
Fucked
use
up.
any names,
Yeah.
but
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Dude, like, as bad as I feel for, like, the families, it's like, that's such a poor decision in the first place. Like, you know what you're getting into.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
You
it's
do
not
that.
like he wasn't... Anyone who does that stuff, it's not like they aren't educated in the fact that
Like, that's some, like, shit you learn when you're fucking, like,
in fourth grade...
yeah, like a
Hey,
baby.
even in, like...
Look at this kid. What is he doing?
If the DARE program is still around, they still even do DARE in, like, kindergarten. I remember them doing...
I don't think they do that
Do
anymore.
they still do it? They might. I have no idea. I'm not in
Right.
kindergarten.
It doesn't work.
No, it never worked, obviously.
I took the DARE, and I made the bet, and I failed, so whatever.
What was the DARE challenge?
I think it was stay sober forever.
Yeah, that was the DARE. That's what
Well, a
they
lot of
dared.
people fail that, so there's nothing
Stay
to feel
sober.
bad about.
Stay sober till you're married.
Stay sober till you die.
Stay sober
So-
till you buy Little Caesars.
Yeah, and then you get a high off of it every time. Easily get a head rush every time I eat there. I don't know, dude. I
I get torqued whenever I fucking take. No, you know what's great is the fucking reheated Little Caesars
there's.
What?
when you microwave it. It's
I've never done that. I don't
When
think.
you microwave it.
it tastes great. It tastes just as good when you.
Well, because they microwave it to make it.
Yeah,
It was already. It's
Yeah,
pre-microwave.
it's just a
Keep
very
microwave.
good. It's a very good like nostalgic feeling because we were poor. It was either ramen noodles or Little Caesars.
I feel like a lot of shit gets so bad in the microwave. Like it's not even worth it at certain
Yeah.
times.
You have to
You're better
know.
off just
You have to
eating it
know your
cold.
microwave.
Yeah.
You got to know how to use it right.
You gotta put it on crisper.
Yeah, you can't just put
Well-
it on. You can't put it on like 1 minute or reheat. You gotta like.
use popcorn setting.
Yeah. You gotta know like your power levels, your little,
I mean, you could always just get a toaster oven.
yeah. I mean, I have one of those too, but you have to clean those shits all the fucking
Not
time.
if you're neat.
Look at me.
Use aluminum
I'm
foil.
covered in food. I pissed myself since I came here.
Yeah, I thought I smelled that.
Yeah, it's right in the corner, right by the camera.
Oh. Name it.
You can't acknowledge it.
Word of the day.
Oh shit! I forgot we were
Acknowledged
doing
it.
Acknowledged. Game over. Restart.
Cut
Save
that.
and
Cut
quit.
that part out. Cut that part out. So my first topic. Actually, we actually even introduced ourselves right now. We didn't even do that yet.
What are we introducing ourselves for?
Well,
We've never
Paul-
introduced ourselves.
Paul's here.
Have we?
You always like, hey, it's the Clear Shots podcast.
Is that
No,
what
I
I'm
mean,
on?
kind of.
Is that
You
what
do
we're
that.
on?
You do that like every episode.
It's pretty informal.
Wait, there's a mic here?
This is a microphone, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're always just like, hey,
Do I
what's
gotta
up?
sign
Welcome
something?
Hey,
to episode
so-
4 of the Clear Shots podcast.
What's up, everybody? He just said what?
Yeah, he kind of.
He just
did.
said it.
Yeah, we got everybody. I'm Jake here with it's me and Seth, and we got our good friend Paul here.
I'm Paul.
And
we talked for like the past 20 minutes.
we've been
about
talking about pizza and heroin.
Welcome to the cast.
Pizza and heroin.
Rip.
That's
Rest in peace to the people that have.
And that's, yeah, we're here. Rest in peace to the people that have abused Little Caesars.
Yeah.
I hope
true.
you get help soon. But anyway,
Is
so
it true? Is it true?
We were talking about abusing pizza and heroin. Those are two totally different tier
Yeah.
abuses.
I mean,
Yeah,
one
very end
of them.
spectrum.
I mean, which one? One of them keeps you skinny. So, you know, which one's the better one? Really?
True, they cancel out.
yeah.
It's low.
I mean,
It's true. I didn't think of it that way.
I don't
Right?
think they do cancel out, to be honest. I feel like they're both pretty bad for it.
I mean, they're both
There's a
the
lot of
cheapest.
ways.
They're both the cheapest high on the market. Honestly,
Yeah. Have you ever eaten so much food where you feel like you're high from it?
that's you dying a little bit. That's like your
just
heart
a little
slowing
bit.
down.
Like you eat so much and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, you're in a coma.
Yeah, it's almost
It's
a
a food
coma.
coma.
You almost die.
Yeah, definitely not. Like
I know.
a lucid,
I know exactly
like
what
a
you mean.
lucid food drunk
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
You're just airheaded. You don't want
It's
to
more
function.
like it was more like
But
you're.
it's like a complete satisfaction.
It's satisfaction. Yeah,
Is that what you're gonna say? You could say it.
that's what I was gonna say.
He did say it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So I was thinking. I just read this little post on Reddit. Have you guys heard of the movie Geostorm?
Yeah.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah, it sounds like a ripoff of
2012.
That
yeah,
The
or
Day
the
After
day
Tomorrow.
after tomorrow.
Or the day after tomorrow.
Is it the one with Gerard Butler?
Geostorm
yes,
is the Gerard Butler.
Gerard.
Now, does he have
Leonardo.
airbrushed? Is he gonna have airbrushed abs for this?
I
or
hope
no?
so.
He's a dad in this one, so I don't think
Oh,
so.
so probably.
No, he's gonna have an airbrushed dad bod.
Yeah,
That's
they'll
what's
round
gonna
him off.
They they airbrush hair on his fucking.
Airbrush love
Torso.
handles him. Airbrush his stretch marks. But yeah, apparently, it's not doing a good job.
It isn't.
It could lose over $100 million for the production studio, which prompts me to ask, what movies do you guys remember hyping up immensely, only for them to be awful? Or what movies do you remember that you liked a lot that ended up flopping? Basically, what movies do you remember flopping, that whether you
Right.
liked or didn't like or anything like that?
Sure.
Definitely can't think of any.
Uh,
I realized as I
I know
was...
they're there. That's the thing.
Well-
I know that they're there, but they flopped, so I didn't remember.
don't
yeah,
remember.
exactly.
You don't really remember what flops either anymore. Because it doesn't matter, because
I
they all
feel
make it
like-
back with advertising.
Like, what's funny is like a lot of the movies I like are movies that didn't do well in the box office. Like they ended up being like cult movies and shit.
Right. Yeah. That's,
Like The Happening.
Yeah,
yeah.
like
They're
Clockwork
like-
Orange and
I still have
a
to watch
couple
that.
of the like Kubrick movies, basically.
Oh yeah, a
Early
bunch of
Kubrick.
Kubrick.
Yeah, I've been into B movies lately.
I would have to look through my
Watch
DVD
list.
library just to see
The
like,
flops
just
you
to be
own?
like which ones were
You have
flops.
to look up. Yeah, that's a
I
stupid
mean,
topic.
I get easy Spider-Man 3. Easy, so much hype. You're like, what? There's Venom in this,
Oh yeah.
and then you see him fight. You see Tobey Maguire snap his fingers and whistling down the street, and you're like, what the fuck's going on?
See, I
But-
didn't
Wasn't-
see that.
Wasn't Eric?
exactly. It was a flop. You
Wasn't
couldn't-
Eric from that '70s show Venom? In
He
that
was.
movie?
He
was.
was
That movie
Flash.
was so
He
bad.
was Flash Gordon
It
or
was
whatever.
so bad. Flash Gordon.
Not Gordon. Whatever. Flash Thompson.
No, isn't
That's so.
wait, he was
stupid.
Venom?
Yeah, Eric was
Isn't
Venom.
that Eddie Brock or something like that?
Yeah, Eddie Brock, Eddie Bravo,
Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
Eddie Brock.
Well, Venom.
I think Eddie Brock
The
is
Venom suit.
It's like a different-
Goes
it's a
between
symbiote.
different- Yeah, the symbiote goes between a few people.
I don't know.
I
only
remember I didn't like that one. I like number 2 with
Two
Doc
was
Ock.
good. Doc Ock was good.
The first one was
Oh
good.
yeah,
Yeah, upside down kiss scene, sweet. But,
first one's
yeah.
great.
Fantastic Four's movies have always been bad.
Oh yeah.
God,
well,
I
the
don't
first
think I've
one was
ever seen any
actually
of those.
the 2000 one or whatever was pretty good actually with the-
Was it Sarah Michelle Gellar? Who was Susan Storm?
I don't know. She was the hot girl.
Oh, that narrows it down pretty good.
Right? Yeah.
Or was it Scarlett Johansson?
No, it wasn't.
I didn't see.
See, I
I'll
realize
be
I
honest,
don't
I'm
know shit.
terrible with actors.
I don't know
and
shit
actor
about
names.
movies anymore. I've been watching shit movies, but I've been well, they're not shit. They're
It's
just
funny
low
because
budget.
like I feel like a lot of people just watch Netflix shows now, which are like super high budget and they look like movies.
yeah,
They're
Yeah.
like super long movies. That's
Yeah.
basically what they are.
so people.
I
don't-
saw the trailer for the Daredevil series that's coming out. That
Yeah.
looks fucking sweet. It
Yeah.
looks like a fucking movie.
It is. It's awesome.
I was like, how is this a series? Like, how do they
Yeah.
have the budget for this? Netflix is balling, dude.
Yeah, they really are.
They're
fucking-
balling.
They started the internet streaming.
Did I say Daredevil?
You said Daredevil.
Yeah,
It's
you
Punisher that comes out. soon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was
But
gonna say-
Daredevil is the one that I would want to watch because I keep hearing it's wicked good and
Oh, it
everybody loves
is.
that.
It's the best of the Marvel independent series.
Yeah, Punisher looks badass.
Yeah,
I'm stuck in
there's
a
a lot of hype for that.
I'm stuck in a loop of just watching all the stuff I've already watched. I did it with South Park for like a month.
Yep.
I watched South Park all from like series from like season 1 until like season like 17 or 18. I watched because I don't like the serializations seasons. I got like heartburn or something.
Oh.
I'm trying not to burp into the microphone.
Yeah, there's a pop
The last
just
season,
a pop.
the last season I really liked was the one where Randy was Lord. Was that season 18,
Oh, yeah.
19?
Yeah, that was like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But so I did that like 3 times, and now I'm on my second run through a Trailer Park Boys since John Dunsworth passed away.
Mhm. That's what I've been watching too.
Yep. As soon as I heard he passed, I fucking, and it's so easy too because there's only like 50 episodes.
Yeah.
Or 60, because like season 1 is 5 episodes, season 2 is like 6, and then like 3 and 4 and 5 or maybe
3
like 8
is
or
so
9.
good. Like 3 was super
Oh
good.
yeah, that has Steve French.
Yeah.
Has
Oh, yeah.
Alex Lifeson.
Yep.
Has
That was like when I was
or,
watching that.
Detroit Velvet Smooth.
The one with when J-Rock gets caught masturbating.
No, he was getting changed.
I was getting changed,
Getting
motherfucker.
That's probably the best episode.
That's if I had to introduce
Because that's
somebody.
also the episode where fucking Bubbles raps.
Yeah.
I got a tabby, a black one, a white one too, and a big green man that put snakes in my shoes.
Yeah, dude, that's when I watched it again. I realized how gold that season was.
Yep.
J-Rock, baby.
I love that DVS just turns into like a background character
Mm-hmm.
and then never comes back.
Yeah.
He disappears.
Um,
I'm on
There's, like,
season.
that's basically what I do is cycle. I have like probably like a good 4 shows that like I just put
Always
on
Sunny.
like the background shows. Yeah, Sunny, like The Office, Trailer Park Boys,
South Park.
and yeah, South Park is on Hulu, but Blue Mountain State maybe.
I've heard great things about this show. I'm just not a sports follower.
It's so good.
You don't even have to.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Be.
You don't even have to.
It's got sort of like a. It's
It's
got
like
like
a National Lampoon's feel to it, kind of. Right?
sort of yeah. It's like a National Lampoon's like American Pie sort of
Yeah.
comedy, but it's also got like, it's sort of like Always Sunny, where like if you watch from the beginning, and like little inside jokes build up
Oh,
and up and
okay.
up and up.
And there's
Nice.
a movie too.
I haven't seen it yet. Was it any good?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's on Netflix too, I think.
Yeah, I'm on season 8 of Trailer Park Boys now, the first Netflix season, and it's all right. It's not great. My favorite Netflix season was the one with the liquor snurf,
Oh yeah, where he's in the blue.
where he
fucking-
turns blue. Have you seen that one?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
The way
yeah.
he turns blue, they
That
kick
was
him
like
out at
at
the end.
the end of the last season.
It's when they end up getting the park. They finally end up getting the park at the end,
Yeah, or
and
like Snoop
everybody
Dogg
else
buys the fuck-
goes to jail, like Barb and Sarah and Donna,
Oh,
who's
yeah,
a great
yeah.
character, by the way. I love Donna and Donald. I think they're hilarious.
Yeah, it's actually still pretty good. It just isn't like really the same. I felt like what happened was they like learned their characters and they learned what people liked and what was funny, and then they
Oh.
tried too hard to do those things
They flanderized the
Yeah,
hell out of their
yeah.
guys.
Pigeonhole them.
Yeah.
instead of just kind of having it naturally be funny.
Right.
That's why I refuse. My friend and I. I don't like using names on this show. My friend and her and I were watching Trailer Park Boys, and it was right when Out of the Park Dublin came out.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Don't watch that.
Yeah,
Or Out of
it's
the Park
weird.
Europe.
Yeah,
I
they
think
do like
I-
a
yeah,
Euro-
yeah.
Don't do that.
They do like a
Don't
Euro
watch
trip.
that shit. It's so stupid.
It's not canon.
Yeah, it's
It's so
not-
it's
it
so
isn't.
stupid.
It is.
I think the Dublin one was sort of funny, but the whole Europe one where they went to like England and France
I
and
remember
Germany,
that, yeah.
Oh yeah.
it
yeah.
was so bad.
Yeah, the
It
Euro
was so
trip one
bad.
Was dumb.
There was literally a part where Ricky was sitting outside and this woman's like walking her dog, and he jumps up and he goes, "What the fuck is that thing?" And they're like, "It's a dog." And he goes, "I've never seen one of those before." It's like Ricky has a pet dog earlier in the show. Like,
Yeah.
way in the beginning, like he has a dog.
He also like yells at a dog in one of the episodes and like shoots at it. It's like one of the first episodes. He's like sleeping in Julian's car, and the dog's barking and shit, and he starts like fucking firing off
Oh
shots.
yeah, that's totally what it is. I remember that now.
The early, like, what else did I watch?
It's
What
not
was
canon.
the other
Kind
one?
of story.
Was,
Yeah, it's just not.
the one where they rent out the rec center and have the bologna sandwich and liquor and
I'm changing the channel on the TV, even though we're not watching it, because Chris Lee Knows Best is on my television right
I
now.
was wondering what this was.
And he doesn't.
Wait, the college football playoff is on ESPN right now? What?
Yep.
Is it the
Guess
first
so.
rankings? It's got to be the first set of rankings. Yep.
Top 25, son.
Cool. You don't watch college football, do you?
I've been starting to watch, like, recently. Ever since I went to the Syracuse game, I've been following them because they were playing well. So,
No, college football is awesome. I like it a lot. But anyway, back to Trailer Park Boys is fantastic. If you don't watch it, you should. But I feel like if you're listening to this podcast, you've definitely watched it before.
yeah.
Without a doubt. I feel like everybody should try it once. Definitely start with
Dip your toes
what
in.
episode?
Dip
The one
your
where
feet wet.
J-Rock is caught changing.
Yeah.
That's the best episode. That one and the Rush episode is good.
Oh,
The Steve French episode is really good.
Season 3 is wicked good. I would
Yeah.
just start from the beginning,
Yeah.
since it's not long.
Yeah, the beginning like builds up the characters so you understand where
I
they're coming
love-
from.
The episode where it really picked up was when they make the porno. In the first
Yeah.
season,
Yeah.
they make the porno.
So frisky.
From Russia with Love Bone.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
It's interesting to see how Bubbles changes his character too. When you watch the first few seasons,
He's a fucking douche.
Yeah,
he's
he's
a huge
he's
asshole.
totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like prude kind of thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to break the law. He never gets in trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't like.
He seems like way more shy and shit too.
Yeah.
And then after season 2, he was like totally different, a different character completely.
They got him
Yeah.
smoking the
Well,
dope.
he was supposed to be a background character. Like, he wasn't really supposed to be one of the main 3.
He's supposed to be like
Oh.
J-Rock, right?
And then, yeah, like a bunch of people, everybody liked him, so they just made him a fucking character. And if you watch like the first 2 seasons, it seems like they're basically following Julian like he's the main character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do that.
But as it goes on, they're all 3 of them are fucking main characters.
Well,
Yeah, 'cause
the-
it's the whole thing is that Julian's paying the camera crew to follow him.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Because it's
And then it turns into SwearNet, and then that was like where they started like it started going downhill. Was like SwearNet became like their brand that they did
Yeah,
online,
they started their
and then
own
they brought
brand.
that into the show.
Yeah, it was like they've been doing that with all of the SwearNet shows
Mhm.
and stuff that they do.
So they made it like I don't know. They kind of tried to merge the worlds, and it was fucking weird the way that they did
Yeah,
it.
it's a weird like meta bleeding between
Yeah.
things.
yeah,
I've heard
I
good
think
things
the-
about the SwearNet shows that they do. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like I don't know, subscribing to another independent thing when it's just their production stuff.
At a
so it's
certain
like-
point, there's going to be way too many subscription services.
yeah,
and they're gonna
yeah.
have cable's coming back. Cable's gonna be like cable when we're adults is gonna be
Yeah, it's
a
like
company that's rich enough to be able to just mass purchase subscriptions and then sell them to
Right.
you in packages with your internet. There's
That's
gonna be no
yeah.
land.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
true.
there's gonna be no landlines though.
Right.
Landlines are done forever.
Yeah, that's true. I just saw.
It's a package bundle of subscription services. I
Basically,
feel like that could happen soon.
net neutrality is ending, so that's what's happening.
Well, I just saw a commercial for an AT&T, and it was an AT&T commercial, and they're like, if you choose this $140 plan,
you get direct
you get-
TV, right?
Oh, you get
you get free
Netflix or something, yeah. I
So
think it was
it's-
T-Mobile or something.
right,
like
yeah,
that.
T-Mobile's
The
doing
commercial's
that.
wicked
Yeah.
annoying too, because it goes da 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 or whatever. The
It
fucking
sounds
thing
like
is,
your
and then it does the
Netflix.
Netflix
Yeah.
sound, and then it does it like 5 more fucking times.
Ba-dum. Ba-dum.
Yeah, it does it a million times. And I'm like, I hate this commercial. I do not want that to ever happen again.
I don't want whatever.
Never getting T-Mobile, whatever.
But yeah, they do that with AT&T too. If you get an AT&T family plan with 4 lines, you get DirecTV for free. Well,
Yeah, but why wouldn't you just like get Straight Talk and then pay the other $10? It's probably still fucking cheaper.
Well, yeah, but people
But they're
are
trying to-
suckers for that kind of stuff
Yeah.
too.
Oh, they're like, oh, it's
It's faster, it's easier, you know.
But satellite TV
It's
is
free. It says it's free.
Yeah, right.
It says free in capital
in,
letters.
in full circle, it's easier to just walk into Little Caesars and get a ready-made
Yeah.
pizza than
Oh,
order
Jesus
it. You know?
Christ.
I mean, if you're getting free Netflix, you
We're
might as well
back.
get Little Caesars too.
Yeah.
They should do that when marijuana becomes legal.
If you get
Like a
you
subscription
subscribe to
service.
marijuana service and then you get a free.
Yeah, they do that with wine. My grandma does that with wine.
They do, yeah. You can do that with a lot of shit.
They
now,
do that
like
with
food,
Blue
like
Apron.
meals. Yeah,
The Blue
Oh.
Apron, they send you meals. My grandma does it with
Okay, yeah, I've seen
wine.
that.
it just
They
comes.
like at first they sent her like it was a sampler of like 12 different wines,
There's you can,
and she said which one she liked the best, and like put it in her little app or
and then
whatever.
it caters those like your likes to
And then
to what
it
your
will
taste.
always send you. It'll rotate between your 3 favorite bottles, and then it will send you 2 other bottles that
you
are sort of
try.
all right.
Well, you just
Yeah.
fucked up our monopoly on that industry by
I mean, like
saying,
they're doing it with
coming
everything
up with
too.
that idea.
Dollar Shave Club, like that
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
you can
yeah,
just
that's
do that
totally-
with everything.
Yeah, even like the Nerd Box.
We
or
should
whatever.
make one for fucking
The Loot Crate?
Loot
Like,
crates.
yeah. I think that was like one of the first ones. It seemed like, right?
Yeah.
It seemed like I was one of the first ones that started it.
They have it for one of the vape sites. Will send you like a sample package every month.
There's definitely going to be a place in
Gamefly?
Colorado now. Someone's listening from Colorado.
GameFly was the first.
GameFly was way back too.
Oh, yeah.
I still have GameFly.
Is GameFly the GameFly is still a thing? Right?
Yeah, I have it.
but I think it's
fucking
like
hilarious.
digital now, isn't it? Is it
No,
digital?
it's super cheap now because nobody has it.
right?
Dude, I got the first 4 months for like half off.
Do they still send you physical copies?
Yeah.
Holy shit! I always felt like that's so sketchy.
Yeah.
Right.
I could just keep that shit.
Right.
I have it.
Fuck you,
I
dude.
have kept it.
I'll just use somebody else's credit card and then.
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Fraudulent charges.
I feel like they've gotten so many games stolen from them, like Redbox and shit.
Guaranteed.
Well, you
Guaranteed.
can if
People on Redbox used to what they used to do was they would rent the game and then print out like
the label.
the
right?
label of it,
Oh,
and it
put
would
on a blank
Redbox would
CD.
read that label and be like, "Oh, okay, thanks for giving us our game back," and then you would keep the actual copy of it.
Oh,
I feel like I've
that's
definitely done
so
that, and I
dirty.
feel like Wes has definitely done that
Yeah.
before.
That's the easy way.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, but if you get caught, you don't get caught.
No, you don't
It's
get
fucking Redbox.
It's a fucking Redbox. What are they gonna do?
They're not even in the
They're
Dow
listening
Jones.
in now, and they're gonna be like, "What? They've been doing that?
Yeah,
People do? Ah, that's
Shit.
Oh, we're
Oh,
gonna
shit.
get you.
No
We're gonna
wonder-
get you.
no wonder we're failing.
No wonder we're going out of business.
No wonder I'm eating Little Caesars right now.
I think the weed one would take off though.
Yeah, that's.
I feel like that's like-
we
It would definitely
should've had
soar high.
Yeah,
It would definitely be in the sky. Should do it with all drugs. Legalize all drugs. Get a sampler.
Get a
I feel
sampler.
like half of
Everyone
the
gets a sampler.
half of
when
the
they go.
hassle with illegal drugs now is having to find them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tell me about it.
Like that's the entire hassle. So having them delivered to your fucking house like weekly, or even
Yeah,
monthly, just like a
you
giant
get a stash
box,
of like a
fucking
half
pound.
ounce or something.
1 ton.
Like I wish I wish I could just.
I mean, there'd be different charges.
a
and you
1
can get
ton
different
subscription.
things. I mean, you
1
get
ton?
different- what? That's not.
That's
They got like
unreal.
nothing-
They got
nothing
wide
ships for
load
1 ton.
trucks fucking delivering you.
Just
Yeah,
a
You get a
brick.
pallet,
A pallet.
a full fucking pallet of
They drop it on
a
their roof
brick.
on your helicopter pad.
That is
Oh
a
my
good
god!
idea, though.
I totally forgot all about this. It just happened a couple days ago. Holy shit!
I have no idea.
A couple days ago.
Fucking. So I got out of work, and I was sitting in the truck, just in the fucking parking lot, and like
What time was this? Like noon?
it's like early in the morning, like 9:30,
Jesus.
and I I hit my vape and I blow it out the window, and then this wicked sketchy looking dude comes up to the car and he's like, "Hey, can I get a hit?" I was like, "Dude, it's not weed. Like, I don't have anything." He's like, do you know where to get it?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, I haven't done that in a long time. I would have no idea where to get it. He's like, "Oh, can you give me a ride to the bank?" And I'm like, this is where it gets good though. I'm like, all right, I'm like, against my better judgment, I'm like, okay, whatever. It's like 3 blocks away.
Community
He's
bank.
like, it's up here at NetBank or whatever. It's the
Okay.
one, like, it's literally like 3-4 blocks away. I'm like, all right, whatever, fucking get in. So as he goes around the front, I'm like scanning him. I'm like, he's got no knives, we're good.
Yeah.
No gun.
He's not pulling something.
He just looks like a mental fucking case. And then as we're driving there, he's like, you know, he said something mumbly about like how you could get it at the mental like hospital or some shit.
What?
I was like,
Get
what are
what?
you talking about?
Are you
How
talking
are you
about
gonna
weed?
get weed at the mental hospital?
Okay.
And so we keep going, and he's like, dude, he's like, make some phone calls, and if you can find something, we'll go get it. He's like, I don't care if we have to go out in the country, we'll go get it. And then in my
In your vehicle.
and so we pull into the bank, and he gets out, and I'm like, the second he goes through that door, I'm gone.
Yeah, no
As soon as the door closed behind him, and I'm like, peeling out of the parking lot. So fucked up.
He's assuming that like you're gun ho for
I
driving
was
him
obviously
around the town.
so hard trying to get it, like clearly, even though I told him that I didn't do it anymore.
Right.
Dude, you gotta stop
It was
parking
probably Tito. Rest
I
in
know.
peace.
I can't even believe I forgot about that completely. Like it happened, and then I just went about the rest of my day, and
Right.
I was like,
Untraumatized.
yeah.
For the rest of the day.
there. That's fine.
I
That's
was just
hysterical.
Like, what the fuck?
He's like, he gets in your car and then assumes that you're just gonna chauffeur him around
Yeah.
to get weed.
I saw him the other day too. Like when I was walking down fucking like 2nd Street, he was there. Like he was coming towards me. I was like, I'm ducking out of the way. I do not want to encounter this guy again.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows what
Right.
he's gonna fucking say?
He's like, thanks for pulling out. Stab, 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 stab.
Bitch.
I would have gone anywhere to get weed.
That's the guy that needs to fucking... Even if we need to go to the country. Even if we gotta go out in the country, I don't care. To get weed.
You got any on you? Stab, stab, stab.
We could have been friends! Jesus.
Fucking people in this town, man.
It's a town of 10 grand. You're gonna see him every day for the rest of your life.
Mhm.
He knows where you work.
Yeah,
He knows what vehicle you drive.
I don't think he would remember. He said he had something to do with a mental institution, so
He
I
knew
don't
the
think
ins
he
and outs of
remembers.
the
Was it the fucking, was it Clarence the Spider?
Clarence the Spider. There are some people here though. Like, dude, who's Clarence the Spider? First of all,
You don't know who that guy is?
is that a nickname?
That's, well, his real name's Clarence, but they call him the Spider, so I call him Clarence the Spider. He's the guy that destroyed the barbershop by Burned Airy on the east side, like, a couple weeks ago. He, like, went in there demanding a haircut or something and was, like, trying to push over the barber chairs, but they're, like, fucking... They're, like,
bolted to the
they're
ground.
bolted to the ground, and he's, like,
Easily
yelling at
6
everybody.
inches bolt.
And, he was just, he's a nutcase. He tries telling people that he was, he used to be, his brother's the lead singer of Nickelback. That's,
What?
Oh, I
What?
hope that's recorded.
Holy
man.
shit, dude!
Oh,
There's...
the mic's definitely not picking up the guy screaming outside.
I feel like it might have picked it up. I hope it did. That
I
was
hope so.
hilarious.
That was.
What was that guy all
that was a
about?
little
We were
unsettling,
talking about
honestly.
the crazy people. In
We were
town.
talking about him.
Yeah,
There
that
we
was
go.
exactly on cue. That was probably him. That was probably the Spider. Dude.
It was this like,
Not walking outside.
it's like a fucking WWE.
No, thanks.
There's one dude that walks. He walks pretty much the entirety of Bridge Street in the mornings, and he goes from yes. I call him Strider because he's this black dude that walks with like a huge stride and throws his arms like up super
He's using
high.
the momentum of throwing
Yeah,
himself.
I don't know if he's working out or if that's just like naturally how he walks.
I've never
I
seen him
really
anywhere
hope
else.
that's
I
how he
only
walks.
ever see him. I only ever see him from like the entrance of Gary's until like past Groffalos.
Yeah,
It's
there's like
he's
a zone. There's one zone that he has.
he's got like a spawn point like
That's his-
Pokemon
yeah,
Go.
yeah, and then he disappears. He disappears at the end of it.
I want to follow him one day.
He's
see
just
where
an
he goes.
NPC. I don't know. I did see him going down towards McDonald's one day.
Well, that just
And he
defeats
was
the whole.
striding.
That defeats the whole
He was
purpose of
striding hard,
striding
too.
like that. You eat McDonald's, you're not striding like that after.
That's
I mean,
why
I-
you do stride. Is
Yeah,
so
can-
you can't eat
He really strides. I respect that guy. That's a guy. That's a
He's one
person
of
I
the
would
good
like to
ones.
meet.
Which one was? Do you have a picture of Tito? Rest in
I don't
peace.
know. I've only heard of Tito, to be honest.
Tito.
I know he is one of the.
Is he the
infamous-
guy that would go to the movie theater? He always wore like sweatpants.
He always had a
smelled like
tracksuit.
dirt.
He
Yep.
had a tracksuit. I
Was
think
he
he's
fat?
got a fro. I don't know. I've not, like I said, I've never actually
Oh.
seen him. I've only heard horror stories of him, and like
Seems like a good guy.
allegedly, he's dead.
Yeah. Apparently,
Allegedly, we're clear.
rumor has it he's dead.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Tito. But
There's shit. What is the? There's another one. Fuck. There's like a handful that I don't even know that like older people know from like back in the day. They're like, oh, that's just
Oh yeah,
that's just Terry.
Yeah, that's great.
just fucking spiders.
Yeah, that's just
shit, hang on. I completely
shaman
There's
eyes.
one that I had and I completely lost it.
There's the
A
one
guy?
dude who had
Yeah, there's
crazy
the
another
guy that
hair.
looks like Jesus.
Is that? Oh yeah.
He's a nice guy though.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a friendly
but they're
dude.
they're all personalities. You know what I mean?
Jesus
They
is the
all
nice
have a
dude. The
personality.
spider is a not. He is a spider. One time
He has
I
a
was
web
walking with my buddy Dan and our other friend Eli. We were walking down the street. We went to Groffalos to buy cigarettes or beer or something. I can't remember. But
Or
we
both.
came, or
Probably both.
probably both. We came out, and the spider was standing there. He's not allowed inside Groffalos, by the way.
Makes sense.
Yeah. He asked us for change. We told him all we had was pennies, and he says, "I'll take what I can get." No hesitation. So we gave him like 7 or 8 pennies. And he was happy.
That's almost a dime, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid for a day's
But-
work.
Listen,
The last time I saw him... I was leaving Infinite Lives. And I was walking towards Burn Dairy. Maybe it was the other way around. Nope, I was going to Burn Dairy from Infinite Lives. So I was walking up Bridge Street. And he is screaming his head off. Fucking
Oh,
shouting
shit.
into the sky. I could hear him from like 2 blocks away.
okay.
And he's in the sidewalk and he's like, ah!
Go
Screaming.
insane.
He's, mind you, it's like a Thursday afternoon. It's gotta be like noon.
Yeah.
1 in the afternoon, maybe. And he has a Twisted Tea tall boy in one hand and 3 other ones in a bag in this hand. And he's just drinking them, screaming in the street. So he
Don't
sees
say it,
me.
Luke.
He recognizes me.
Super
because-
Saiyan Blue.
God mode.
He sees me and he recognizes me, or maybe he thinks he recognizes me. I'll never know. And he goes, "I never thought I'd see you again." I'm like, oh, God. And I'm not going to repeat what he said. I wish I could. But he was screaming about how a pack of N-words, mind you, he's screaming every word of this.
Yeah.
Pack of N-words kidnapped his girlfriend. A pack of them.
Traveling pack.
A pack of them kidnapped his girlfriend and raped her and got her pregnant. And he was going to try and find out where they were so he could kill all of them.
I think he just watched Last House on the Left. Is
I
what happened. He saw Last House on the Left, and he's like, "Oh fuck,
This is my life.
This is real.
This is my
I
life.
love
He
that
is-
girl.
he is-
I saw her opening credits. She was my bae."
He was screaming about him, about everything. And he sees these people staring at him from where Garofalo's is and just starts screaming at him. And he looked like Mr. Leahy almost. He walked onto 104, mind
Yeah,
you.
no consideration for
complete
traffic.
disregard. Walks onto 104 and is finishing the other Twisted Tea and like slams it down and starts stumbling and screaming at these girls across the
Oh,
street.
that's dangerous.
And they were
Yeah.
gone. And I walked into Burn Dairy and the guy that works there, Jeff, and some other girl was there. And I'm like, go, "Did you guys just see that?" They're like, "Yeah, we've already called the cops." They go, "We called the cops
got
as soon
it
as he
handled.
left." And all of a sudden, like, buying Mike's Hard and cigarettes, obviously. I just hear, woo! Look over, and he's just like flailing around. His fucking Twisted Teas are going all over the place. Haven't seen him since.
Twisted Teas.
It was before.
They probably gave him $10, put him on a bus, and were like, "Okay, bye."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, your wife is in Kansas."
Yeah, here's a ticket.
They don't even send him to Kansas, so they send him to like not even Oklahoma. They send him to like Rochester.
Yeah, right.
They tell him it's Kansas.
Yeah, they don't want to flip that big of a bill.
They put him in Fulton. He becomes the mayor.
Over fucking night.
Oh,
They have a mayor, right?
Do they have a mayor?
Do they have a mayor?
I feel like they have like a...
Does Hannibal have a mayor? It's a village.
They have like a comptroller, and that's about it.
Yeah.
He's their
They have
fucking...
the person that owns the most land.
the person who owns the biggest trailer park.
He's got the biggest house.
The person that lives in the house.
Wow.
Making it worse and worse.
But does
Stack
Fulton
them.
have a mayor? They have to have a.
yeah.
I've never seen like or heard of like Fulton City Hall, or like Fulton, like
They have to.
aldermans. Like,
I'm still not set that it's even a place.
I don't think it is. It's more like a...
it's more like scenery.
yeah, it's like the equivalent of like a flyover state.
Yeah. It's like the guys that live in the village under the bridge kind of thing,
Yeah.
you know? Like
Like,
dudes.
Fulton is the rickety cricket of central New York towns.
Yeah.
Yep.
Started off all right, and it's just getting progressively worse and losing teeth by the
severe burn damage.
by the season.
Speaking of Always Sunny, like I've been binging on that back and forth, and it seems like every time I start binging seasons, there's always like episodes that I don't remember there being. Like,
That happens for me when I watch like The Office and shit. Like I'll catch like a couple of episodes that like I might have missed, or like maybe I didn't
right.
miss them,
or like
I
you're
just,
doing
like,
something
fell asleep.
yeah,
or whatever.
doing something like while it's in the background while it was playing.
Are you saving these or no?
I don't know. Am I saving them? It was your idea.
It was.
I mean, they're gonna be in there if I need them, right?
The novelty
Mind if I steal
sports Bud Lights.
Wow.
That's a trash can.
That's a can of trash.
Yeah,
you
drank the Jacksonville Jet.
Of course, I drank the Jaguars.
Of course, I drink. I drink all of them. I drink all the Jaguars.
That's such a weird statement.
That's what they had to come up with was hashtag more Jacks.
More Jacks.
Of
Of course, I drank them.
Shit's weak. Of course, I drink the Jaguars. I drink all the Jaguars.
I drink Jaguars all the time.
Jesus.
Jaguars.
Tastes like piss.
There's it's funny, like the last like couple weeks I've seen a couple people that do the like the rap out loud thing while they're walking down the street.
Okay.
So like they'll take their phone and they'll put like a beat on, just like on repeat, and they'll just have it blaring.
Okay.
And they'll
That's
walk
not
down the
what I was
street
expecting.
and they'll like basically just be freestyling.
D-box free. That's ridiculous.
That happens in a swing.
I've seen it a couple times. Like
Is it
literally.
kids?
No, it's
It's like our age.
yeah. One
That's
was like
upsetting.
right across the street here. And then there was another one down on Bridge Street somewhere. I was like, why are you doing this? First of all, you can't hear yourself
Yeah, right.
because you're on fucking Bridge Street.
Right? No one's gonna like come up and be like, "Oh, dude, that was some fly ass
and
raps."
no one, yeah, there's not going to be
You
like,
got sick flow.
Yeah, you guys.
yo, your flow is strong.
Oh, I think I found this. Oh, I had the sweet spot.
There's
the
definitely a
rocking
spot.
chair
There's
that
definitely
just
a spot.
squeaks.
That's ridiculous. People rapping out loud.
It's pretty
I know.
obnoxious.
You're supposed to rap silently. That's what it's all about.
It's absolutely asinine.
I mean, whatever. To each their own in that regard.
No. Just get pissed.
But it's like, why? Like it's like literally what are the gains in this? Like, what are you trying to prove?
That's what, I don't know. They're practicing, man.
That's
Yeah.
why I was sick of
That's probably true.
what do they call it? Dub Smash? Remember that? It was an app that lasted like 3 months.
Oh, yeah. That was the one where you, like, can just dub over, like, any fucking, like, is it a video? Was it a video? I don't even remember.
I think it was both.
I remember seeing it. I remember people seeing, like,
Only Thoughts did it. Only fucking
I never heard of
skags.
it.
I remember seeing people use it. I think it was like you make a video and there's like an audio that you use that like plays over it or something, and you like mouth the words to it or something stupid.
You like lip sync to the video.
Yeah,
Or something.
Oh.
It's fucking dumb.
And it replaces your audio with the song or the movie
yeah, or
quote.
like yeah.
So many people were doing that, and they thought it was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
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 It was pretty funny though.
It was alright.
Decent.
Not
I've
as
never even heard
not
about
as
that.
not as cool and trendy as the Snapchat dog filter.
Oh yeah, that's
Let's talk
pretty
about
trendy.
that. That's never gonna go out of style.
No,
True.
that one's gonna stay.
It's like
for
Jinko
good.
jeans. God,
Yeah, man. Fucking jeans.
Just fucking jeans.
I
Yeah.
can finally fit in my jeans again.
That's good.
I've lost. I think I weigh myself every Wednesday, but last week I was at 11 pounds lost in 3 weeks. I'm hoping for like
12 pounds?
at least.
I'm shooting for 12, so.
Shooting for 12.
I'm shooting for 11.5.
I've been eating right, been working out, been exercising, and
It sucks.
it's awful.
Sometimes you just gotta eat more, fucking frozen pizza.
Yeah, right.
I just really miss Sub Shop. I was eating it
I
way
wish
too
don't.
much.
I
though.
miss them being good and actually.
I don't miss Sub Shop because I don't miss paying way too much for my food and getting like a fucking price chopper
Sponge.
sub roll.
Getting a sponge.
Getting
Yeah.
getting a
Sponge.
soaked, like, it's bad when I have to order it and they know what I want and they also know not to put oil on it, and then they do put oil on it.
And then they lube it up good.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
They're like, but we can't just give it to them dry. Like, we gotta make it. We gotta
Like,
make it a
what
wet sponge.
blows
somehow.
my mind is like, why do you put oil on it? I'm already getting blue cheese and Sal's Birdland sauce. I don't need more liquid.
Right.
I don't need oil. What's it gonna do? Make it easier to chew? Fuck off.
That's true.
Why would they? Like,
It makes it go out easier because the blue
I mean-
cheese in the salad sauce is really gonna gunk you up in the digestive system.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that's why I eat Triscuits and drink prune juice with every meal.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would solve the problem.
that's why I chase it with
You
chili.
shouldn't be so presumptuous.
I don't, dude. I haven't had Sub Shop in fucking so long.
Good reason.
It's just not worth $8 for a sub
Yeah, especially or $8 for a wet sponge.
or a wet sub.
But what is worth the money besides Little Caesars?
Yeah, Little Caesars. That's
I
the
mean-
only option.
Yeah.
Domino's is good if you're ordering with people. It's depressing if you order all
You
that.
have to order with
Pies,
people.
Guys, burgers, and fries is always good.
Yeah,
Like whatever you're paying for the food you get is like equal in measure.
I just don't get Domino's whole thing where they're like, oh, you want one pizza? One medium 2-topping pizza? That'll be like $12, $13.
Right. Or you can get
Or
two.
you can get two for $5.99 each.
Yeah, right. Then
Plus
you can
our
push
$3 fucking delivery charge and also tax.
also tip the
Also
driver.
tip the driver, please, because that's not.
And if you buy a drink,
it.
you have to pay extra for the drink because it's you get the bottle. You get the bottle
return charge.
return charge. Yeah.
That's fucked.
So I never buy drinks.
Well,
I get
yeah.
my drinks from Pizza Hut, and I get my pizza.
Most
from
people
Domino's.
have fucking drinks, though. Most people have drinks at their house.
You'd be surprised. We have water.
Yeah, but that's water. I mean,
I
that's
don't.
a drink.
Who the fuck wants to drink water
I'm at water. It's,
all the time?
it's delicious.
All the time?
I
You gotta put one of them Mio in there.
You're drinking water.
That's not water then.
I mean, you're drinking water whenever you drink something because everything that you drink
Everything
has
is
water.
water.
Yeah. Everything's got water
Yeah,
if it's
That's
wet.
very true.
I mean,
Them apples.
you always got water in you.
Yeah, we're like
Whoa.
100% water.
We're like mostly water.
We're like a lot of water.
We're mostly water, and bleach is mostly water. So therefore, we are bleach. Drink the bleach, murder face.
I feel like if we were so mostly water, we'd just
Yeah, we'd puddle. We'd definitely just
It's
puddle.
bullshit.
Well, jellyfish.
Science is fake.
Yeah.
Jellyfish.
Confirmed.
Jellyfish are
World
they're like 98% water. So what
Well,
if
they're
you just,
like,
what if you just pour some on them?
so they're 2% jelly,
I mean,
or 1% jelly and 1% fish, and then 98% water.
something like that.
I would say that's probably the ratio, right? Google that
Can you
shit.
get pet jellyfish?
I'm sure you can.
What
Yeah, you
exotic
totally-
animal would you
you
want as a
totally
pet?
can.
If you could completely domesticate it, train it.
Exotic.
It wouldn't attack you or anything.
Oh man, easily a lion.
A fucking owl, dude.
Owls are dope.
Yeah, but they'll.
Yeah, but he's.
Yeah, but you said domesticate it
Yeah, they.
completely.
Yeah. Right.
But it'll still the talons definitely still hurt though.
Well, yeah,
Well, yeah, but
but it's not like
you just
deliberately
you
hurting.
trim his talons. You
Oh,
cut his feet off.
Put them on a Roomba.
That's such a good idea.
hot,
image of
hot
that,
glue, hot glue an owl to a Roomba.
Fucking awful. Oh man. Easily a lion, I think. That's what I'd go with. Just to be like who doesn't want to domesticate a lion?
Yeah,
Let's be real.
I feel like it'd be a lot of work.
Dentists,
For
dentists just want to shoot lions.
Sure. Okay, I do get that reference.
That was a fucking callback
Yeah.
and a half.
Yeah, that was a while back. Damn.
It's a retired meme.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Classic.
What would you want? I'm thinking.
I just want the owl, dude.
Yeah, he said
The
owl.
owl?
I got lion.
Yeah,
You're
lion.
the one who haven't answered.
I
your
think
question.
he wants the jellyfish. That's
I
where
think
it
I
came
do
from.
want a jellyfish. I think I do want a.
You definitely can get jellyfish.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want a big cat. I don't think.
Just get a small cat.
Get a mountain lion.
Like a
You
fucking
could get any
Siamese.
animal ever and domesticate it, and he fucking chooses a cat, like a regular ass
Yeah,
fucking
right.
house
Like
cat,
a fucking
like a
snapping-
fucking
like a
orange
snapping
house
turtle.
cat.
I got a gray one, a white one, and a tabby too. Shit.
A
Fuck
bear
it.
would be
Nah,
like,
give me a nah.
like a
it's
smaller
close.
bear, like a bear that could like
I thought
walk.
you were just saying
You
bear
could-
that you could a bear that
He
you
was
could.
getting close
A
to
bear
it.
you could find. I was gonna say a bear that would like fit into rooms.
Yeah, that's the
like
Like a
problem.
pocket bear.
A
It's like a
pygmy bear.
like a
Bears are
little-
ginormous.
Yeah, they're like
It wouldn't fit in this room.
no. It would take
We'd
up
have to
this
shrink him down a little bit. Use
I
that.
mean,
You have to set it to
it's
M.
already a
M
far-fetched idea. So
set
why
the
not?
belt to M for mini.
Yeah.
Or like a really cool lizard, like a really cool like exotic lizard would be cool.
Alligator.
I don't know if I'd go that big. I'd go with like maybe like Komodo dragon.
I don't know
Make
how
sure it's
the
brush
fuck
its
you
teeth.
would goddamn domesticate a fucking alligator.
It doesn't matter. It would just be ready.
You just have a swimming
Oh,
pool.
it's just like
done.
It's like
It's
a hot.
already
It's
done
a
for
hot
it.
and ready alligator.
Right? It's
It's just ready when you get there.
You just go in and they pull it out. And
They pull it out. They
you
pull it out.
open the
like,
door, it's already going out the door. It's already coming through.
I don't know. Maybe a. See, owl is a good choice because
Yeah.
owls are fucking cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can fit him anywhere.
plus, he can look
You
all
can-
over the place.
Yeah, you'll
He
never,
Spin
dude.
his head all around.
He's got 360 views.
He'll always have your back. You can have him kill your neighbor's
He can
pets.
fly around and
You'll
shit.
look like a fucking.
You could have him
wizard.
like you wouldn't even need text messages anymore. You could just have him bring physical messages to people.
wizard status instantly up. You know.
Yeah, you're immediately a wizard.
Yep.
That's just included. That's like an
Yeah,
inclusive
that's a
thing.
bonus to the owl. It's a given.
Plus, there's that owl in Ocarina of Time that was kind of cool
Oh yeah, the
because he would like turn his
Yeah.
head up and upside down and
yeah,
shit.
like, what?
I'm gonna go with a white Bengal tiger.
Oh, white tiger.
Do they shed?
Yeah, no doubt. Everything sheds.
Probably, yeah. I mean, yeah, it has to, right?
Give me one that doesn't shed.
I mean, in this scenario, it's fully
Yeah,
domesticated.
but if it
so
doesn't
why not?
shed, then you gotta fucking find somebody to groom your Bengal tiger.
Yeah, this
Like,
is also that.
People will do anything for money.
I guess if it's domesticated, it's safe.
Yeah, right. If it's
Yeah.
100%, why not? You know.
Absolutely, very, very completely slim chance it will ever attack anybody.
Right. In this
It's like
scenario.
you're looking at like a 0.0001%, but there's still a chance. You got to be a little careful sometimes.
Still sketchy though. It still sketches me out.
Maybe a Wolverine would be pretty cool because Wolverines are like aren't that big, but they're like cool.
I don't even know what they look like.
Isn't Wolverine that guy?
What about a honey badger?
They look kind of like badgers, but with like more bear faces.
They're like less badger.
Do they have tiny bears besides koala bears,
They
which
have
aren't
red
really
pandas.
bears?
Red pandas are like just ugly raccoons. Red raccoons.
Give me just a
But they're
wolf.
technically
No,
big.
just give me a wolf.
Just a
Fuck
wolf.
it. Just give me a fucking cool wolf.
Wolf would be cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's
Wolf.
basically a dog,
They literally are a dog.
It is a dog, so
but it's a wolf though, so it's way bigger.
It's feral.
Like wolves are so much bigger than like a Siberian husky.
They're like, they're a little bit bigger.
They're
than
like
a
8
husky.
times the size of a
I mean,
husky.
you can
That's
still
not
tell it's a wolf.
That's definitely not. The case.
Give me a dire wolf, like the one from Game of Thrones, the one that's like the size of a Prius.
That would be badass.
Yeah,
I'd take that over the lion for
but
sure.
it's fictional. I can't
Yeah,
pick
that's
that.
it's not. It is exotic.
What if we just haven't found dire wolves yet? You ever think of that?
We're not.
What if
trying
there's
hard enough.
other fucking cool fucking animals?
Yeah,
we
like,
haven't
there
found
are.
yet?
I mean,
There are.
There's
definitely-
gotta be.
Especially like deep under the fucking
yeah.
water. There's
Oh,
shit that
yeah.
looks like fucking aliens under the water. People still are discovering shit.
Facts.
It's crazy as fuck.
The other day, I just saw like
And Bigfoot, dude.
some dude post a cryptozoology like thing about just weird footage, that found footage kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like half of it's all CG or just people in costumes, but like
But there's definitely shit that people haven't seen.
yeah, no, that
There's too
Definitely
much,
is.
like, the Amazon and shit. There's way too much land for us to cover all that and see it all.
yeah.
I think only I was watching Ancient Aliens, and they were only apparently.
This is going south already.
This ought to be factual.
No, they were talking about how ancient maps are somehow like accurate, even though certain places weren't discovered back when the maps were made.
Okay.
I think I was talking about it Saturday. How Antarctica, they found ancient maps of Antarctica, completely 1-to-1 ratio,
Oh.
like completely.
Yeah, you did mention
Yeah,
Well, then that means they were discovered.
that.
We just didn't know they were discovered.
I guess. But no, in that episode, they were saying that only 82% of all the land on Earth has been combed through, so to speak.
Yeah, like, their big claim to fame was that, like, there was a bunch of fucking people, like, human civilization already went through, and it happened already, and then it got wiped and started from scratch.
Wait, whose
Oh.
biggest claim to fame?
Like, basically ancient aliens and shit.
Oh,
they basically
Yeah,
were
that's
saying,
their,
like,
biggest
Yeah.
like, theory.
Humanity's just on, like, a cycle?
Atlanteans and
Yeah,
stuff
like-
were a thing.
yeah, like that we already did all this shit.
Yeah,
And we just had to relearn because we all fucking died.
right. We died and became savages, and
Possible.
I don't like that at all. That hurts to think about. So, like, everything's just happening over and over again?
I mean, it could be. Or it just happened once before. And it's happening again.
It's like when
It doesn't have to.
when your life flashes before your eyes, people say it's because your body releases DMT right before you die.
Yeah.
Right.
So your brain, you're actually tripping, but your brain makes it seem like it's taking years and years and years. Or
Yeah,
something.
that's why people. I think it's like when people die and they come back, that's what they see. And they think they've been to like heaven and shit. They think that they've been to the afterlife, and that's what it is.
Oh
It's a
shit, we're
fucking,
getting
like,
into afterlife talks.
DMT trip.
Fuck
yeah, that's your
I've
brain
never done
overloads with
DMT.
chemicals when it's shutting off.
I've done acid and mushrooms and various other psychedelics, but I've never done DMT before. I'm
No.
fucking petrified
No,
to do that. I've heard good things, but I've also heard crazy things about it.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's like apparently it's like a minute trip or like
Yeah.
maybe 5 minutes, and like you're supposed to just like lay in a dark room by yourself, like and just experience whatever it is, and then
Mm.
think happy thoughts and
A lot of people
Yeah, the
say
trip.
to do it with people because you don't remember it very well,
oh
like afterwards, because it's like a dream.
yeah
So like they say, what you could do, like the best way to remember it is to be with somebody, and then when you come out of it, like start
yeah
spitting everything out to them,
oh okay
and then they'll remember it for you. Because it's like with a dream where you wake up and you remember it for a short period of time, and then like a
Right.
minute goes by and it's fucking
It's
gone.
just gone forever. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense because
That's what it
that's
is.
what DMT is.
That's what it is. It's your that dream state.
Well, like,
It's like
Or you could
it's
just
basically
record
just
it.
dreaming in like while you're conscious.
it's just
That's
like,
it's
essentially.
initiating
It's a lucid dream.
Oh, yeah, bingo. But people say you should do most drugs with other people, and I say fuck that. Do them alone.
Yeah.
Every time,
Don't drag other people into this.
I think like every drug I ever tried for the first time, besides marijuana and alcohol, the first time I did it, I was alone, and it was fantastic. It was great. Do it alone. Figure out how you manage.
OD if you want.
OD if you want.
See, that's what I would not want it. That's the reason I wouldn't want to do it alone. Because
Right.
I don't know how.
You got to
I
do
would
your
react.
research. You got to look up.
Yeah, but
the
it's
dosage and all
different
that.
with everyone though. It's
Yeah, people react to everything.
yeah, like everything, even food acts differently in people because
Yeah, I guess
everyone's
so.
everyone's body composition is completely different. Like it's not you can't really react the same way to a drug as someone else
Yeah.
exactly the same way. You
I'm
know?
not saying to do a shit ton of it.
Well, no,
You know what I mean?
But
Like
I
the
just,
first
like-
time I did acid, I dropped a tab, and I just laid in bed and listened to music and played
Mhm.
video games
but I think there's probably drugs that I would not like the feeling of.
alone,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like coke.
I mean, mushrooms is a huge one that you get like just weird vibes.
Yeah.
Easily can flip you
Yeah.
your trip.
See,
That
people
I-
told
yeah.
me that about acid, but acid I was feeling very, very good throughout the whole time.
Yeah. It can be. It really depends on the grade of the chemical. You know.
you gotta
The-
get that top tier.
Right.
Yeah, the worst was dissociatives too, because those are the ones that make your. It sort of like separates your subconsciousness from your consciousness. So you're like analyzing everything. Everything is mostly in, what's the word? Internalized.
Okay.
You're thinking about wicked complex. You're making everything seem complex. It's almost like you're on autopilot, and it's just your brain and your body's doing everything, but you're not doing
Right.
anything crazy usually.
Right. It
I don't.
just
but-
feels accentuated.
Yeah,
sort of.
but you need to have something to do. Last time I did a dissociative, I remember I was laying in bed, and it got to the point where I forgot who I was, like
Oh.
completely, and I forgot where I was, and I didn't know how to tell what time it was, because I looked at the clock. And I was like, okay. I go, it's like midnight here, but where is it where I am? You can't make that connection.
Right, that's
So
right.
like I looked at my phone and it's like, okay, it's midnight, but what time is it really? And I freaked the fuck out. I had to turn on Archer. I turned on Archer and just sat there like until I came back. It was bad. That was one of the few very bad trips that I
This
had.
doesn't sound
Like
fun.
I just completely just had
Yeah.
no idea who I was.
all disassociation.
Complete dissociation.
That's insane.
Which is actually goes into what you were saying, because that was a really light dose I did that night too.
I think it's like because they say with DMT you are like you're still you, but you don't feel like you're in a body of any sort. You just
Right.
feel like you're
It's
a
like
s-
ego
a
death,
spirit.
isn't it?
Yeah, kind of. It's like
It's a lucidity. Like,
Yeah.
Out of body experience.
yeah. It's like almost like another plane of
It's a
existence.
euphoria of a sort.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I can't dabble in psychedelics. It fucks with my psyche too much. I already burnt myself out.
Yeah. I don't trust it.
Yeah, no, I've got too many anxieties for it to work out.
Yeah. That's how I get with weed sometimes too.
Yeah, we can be a trigger for a lot of people.
Yep.
If I have to get my sweet spot. If I don't smoke enough weed, I don't really feel anything. But if I smoke too much,
There's there's such a like threshold for me.
it's like a DiGiorno.
Yeah, it's that 3 second.
It's that 3 second fucking.
It's an exciting-
It's so bad.
there's a
though.
window.
Yeah, there's a window of opportunity where you're gonna get toasted or you're gonna get
Yeah.
crisped.
I remember the first time I got way too high, I forgot how to eat. I forgot how to eat barbecue ribs.
What?
I had no
You use
idea.
your
I had
hands.
no
You
idea
just
what to do.
use
I
your
was
hands
so
to
Go at it,
confused.
bro.
You use your teeth and your
I
hands.
think it might have been like the first time I actually started inhaling what might have been the problem. You know, when the first few times you smoke weed, you just go,
You're just like,
You barely get anything.
you barely get anything, and then all of a sudden your brain just goes, or your lungs or whatever,
yeah, you actually intake.
and you actually inhale or intake,
Yeah.
and you're just,
And then you go
and every
for 15 minutes, and then everybody's like, he's gonna be feeling it.
Yeah.
you're fucked.
Yeah.
I feel like, even if he wasn't there, but like, just every time now when I get that high, I just hear Dave Reed going, "You're fucked."
Yup.
Yeah, you know, like that someone's gonna be really feeling it when like they start coughing as soon as they inhale. It
Oh, yeah.
immediately comes out,
Yep.
and then they have a coughing fit for
Their
10
face
minutes.
is instantly red.
Yep.
God,
That's
damn.
like back in the day when we were like starting to smoke weed. That's what we were going for. We were
Yeah,
like, those
that was
kids.
the goal.
Get those. You gotta cough, man.
That's so
you get
fucked.
higher. You get way higher if you cough.
I used to get way too high. I like where I
Sweet spot.
You got a 3 second. You got a 3 second buffer
Yeah,
on the
I know.
sweet spot.
Found it. Okay.
I had a good time with it. Ups and downs. Stagnant now. It's a dial tone. Not my brain, but it's just.
I'm not even trying it.
Now it's just part of it.
Foreign chemicals. You know what sucks though is caffeine. You never know you need caffeine until you need caffeine. You know what I mean?
it's actually a huge stimulant.
Yeah.
It's like very addictive.
Were we talking about caffeine the other day?
I don't know.
If you go if you don't think you're addicted to caffeine, go a day without it.
Right.
It's garbage.
I've done it.
I mean, I've easily gone without it. I just don't
I don't
indulge
drink
in.
soda.
I'll have a cup of coffee is what I do. I don't like drink a medium latte that's like actually like 36 ounces from Dunkin'. You know, that's you'll drink the whole day.
I
of
really
coffee.
I barely drink soda like ever now.
Yeah.
Good.
Soda's terrible for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's not
'Cause-
just bad for your like physique and shit, but like it literally like
It's-
ruins your insides.
Yeah. Because it's fucking sugar.
Yeah.
Like literally like
Your body doesn't want to
when you
process that.
spill a soda and it starts to get fucking dry,
Yeah,
like
and
it is
turns
still
into,
like this sticky like film
you
shit.
could like peel it off the
Yeah.
ground.
Then you realize like that's the shit you're putting in your body when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
drink soda.
Zamaya
Yeah, you told
with
me
the
this.
fucking I was telling everybody Saturday night the bonfire you missed. Anyway, I was telling everybody about it. Zamaya works at Ego Beverage or whatever, and he was talking about how shit. Maybe I brought this up in the last podcast. Now that I think about it, I think I did. I was talking about how I'm off the malt liquor. I'm off the Four Loko.
The malt licky.
I'm off the malt licky. I'm off the Four Loko shit. Because it's so easy to just walk up. For me, it's so easy to walk a block, slap $5 fucking and nickels on the counter, buy 2 Four Locos, and walk home and get smashed. Zamaya was moving a pallet, and they leaked or they popped or whatever, the Four Loko. They didn't realize that it was leaked. It ate away at the concrete in the cement because it was left there for so long. And he goes, dude, if it's doing that to the cement,
Yeah.
imagine what it's doing to your gut,
Yeah,
your
right.
liver. It's just a brick.
I mean,
We were drinking those
Yeah.
as
No,
a,
yeah.
as
I
a
mean,
joke.
Yeah, they
the
were cheap.
whole
It
point
makes
of your
sense
like
now.
stomach acid is to get rid of shit like that,
Right.
but it's not gonna get rid of all of it.
No.
Like you're still putting that in your fucking body. Like,
If
Yeah.
only stomach acid was as strong as like acid from aliens.
As if, like,
that'd be pretty
as if
serious
we could,
because it
like-
would burn right through you all the time.
Well,
like
no,
if
if-
we had the mucus membrane
We
in
had
our
the mucus
stomach to
membrane for
protect
it.
us from it, but like
Imagine throwing up though. That'd be a hassle.
that would be
Yo.
fun, right? No,
You'd
survive.
die. You would die if you
Toilets-
threw up. Your throat
toilets-
would completely get annihilated.
right? Like college dorms wouldn't have toilets. Like they just
be
melt.
holes.
They just melt. Yeah, it's a hole directly to the sewer, and it's all through.
God,
one
that makes me
story.
feel so bad for the janitors at OCC when I was there. And the janitors that are still there. Because they have to have them. Do you deal with puke at the theater?
No.
You deal with
No,
monster
yeah, it's
loads of shit.
Monster loads?
Of shit.
No.
No.
The toilets are pretty strong.
Yeah.
They can handle a good.
They can handle a solid loaf.
Yeah.
What about
But
a
what
liquid
people
loaf?
do like to do is throw like full rolls of toilet paper in there to jam it
Oh,
up.
right.
That's
fucked.
cunty.
That's pretty gay. But there's nothing like there that's really that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, people like most of the time it's like people just go and fucking watch a movie and then when they come out they piss and then they leave. Like,
Yeah.
that's mostly what
not a lot of
happens
people like to shit in public.
there. No,
You'd be surprised.
and if you're in Oswego already and you're just fucking you're going to see a movie, you're probably not that far from your house.
Yeah.
You might as
true.
well just wait to take a giant dump.
Right? It's not like it's a big town.
I don't mind pooping in public. Do you mind pooping in
I don't
public?
mind. I'll
Do you-
poop.
do you
I'll
poop
do it.
anywhere.
I'll do it wherever. It's
I'll
just,
poop and still have a conversation with someone in public.
We've done
Fuck
that
it.
before.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Highly
I'll go to a
recommend.
blue ball and knock on the other, see who's on the other side of the wall. You know?
Wow, we're like way past where we usually take a break.
Oh, we
We're
do
like
a break
an
section.
hour and 20.
It's because you got the special guests.
Yep.
Keep the ball rolling.
Plus, we had fucking 30 minutes of Little Caesars and heroin.
Yeah. Most like Little Caesars and heroin. It was at least 30 minutes.
We should get some sponsorship going on here. That's the key. We gotta
For
get
little-
some
Little Caesars and heroin.
Yep.
Jesus
It's just
Christ.
like it's like a
That's fucked.
it's like somebody shooting pizza into the fucking
It's fucking shooting
their
cheese.
That's fucked.
Pure Little Caesars cheese. Little cheesers.
Wait, we're only at what, an hour 20?
Hour 20.
We
Christ.
got like 2.5 hours of, or an hour and a half of
Oh,
footage
Christ.
on the thing that we already acknowledge.
We're not acknowledging the camera. Don't acknowledge the camera.
Don't make camera to eye contact.
I can't.
Well, we could take a $5. Are we taking a $5?
Are we taking a fiver?
I'll take a $5.
This is my job. I don't fucking know.
We'll take a fiver.
All right, we'll take
Legally
it.
required. to
Second
take
half,
five.
I can't stay for another hour and 20 minutes.
For the second half.
For the second half.
We don't
no.
need another hour and 20 minutes.
Do
We
like
might
another
need
half hour.
Yeah.
I'm usually in bed by like 12. It's already 11.
It's way too late for this.
I'm fucking. I just had a long stretch. Before we go on break. I'm fucking tired. Yesterday I was up at 6. I was up at 6 in the morning yesterday, and I worked 7 to 3, and then I got my entire shift switched around. So today was at 11:30, and I got out at 8:30
8 or whatever.
8:30. So I'm like, sorry, I don't have the luxury of going into work
Right.
every day at the same time. Seth, do you go in at the same time every day?
Yeah.
Yeah, lucky.
Nah,
Consistent.
that
Not
ain't
lucky.
lucky.
No.
7 a.m. is not lucky.
Yeah. Definitely not.
No.
It definitely gives you a day though. But
It does.
It's. I fucking did that shit. It's not fun. I'm still
gives you a
fucking.
day,
I still poke fucking Cole about hiring you. It's bullshit. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I know.
He's a fucking asshole.
He's like, oh, you'll only have to work there you only have to work
Yeah, you
mornings
only-
for a little while.
yeah, right.
I just got comfortable with it. I don't care. It's like, fuck it.
It
I
isn't
won't even
fucking.
stay there.
Yeah, it is a fucking easy job, and it pays.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of the manor. I don't care who hears this. I'm trying to get out of the manor so
I
badly.
need to fucking escape this.
I don't want to do it anymore.
Old people
just-
burning. Old people burning.
It's not even that. It's just it's like I'm back in high school. It's constant drama, constant shit talking. Not saying I'm not a part of it. I'm probably most likely a part of it. But
Probably
the
catalyst.
problem is everybody in the kitchen is constantly just fucking talking behind each other's backs, and we're all fucking
Oh,
dog
it's the worst
shit. And it's
dynamic.
like nobody. I don't trust anybody that I work
Are
with.
they all banging each other?
We might.
It might help if they do.
No. No, it would not.
No,
It's weird because there's the workplace where
There is sexual tension,
there's
but
always a workplace where everybody's just banging each other, and then there's always a workplace where everybody just hates each other.
that's.
Like there's
I
two
because
honest-
they aren't banging each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
I honestly think there's only like my kitchen is like 22 people in it. 20. I don't know how many fucking people I work with. I'd only sleep with like 2 of them, unless you include the nurses.
Well, nurses are always a gimme.
Are you saying you'd sleep with him or fuck him?
I would.
And I'd sleep.
I
would-
would next to him one night.
I would fuck them and then be excited to wake up next to them in the morning. That's how I feel about two people that I work with.
Yeah, I mean that's a solid average for
A workplace.
a workplace, you know.
Yeah.
Probably
I mean,
yeah.
like,
I don't know why I was leaning in like that. to you.
You're like,
I was like,
I was
yeah,
trying to get a solid whiff of that armpit.
yeah.
All I know is my antiperspirant fucking kicks ass. I don't know if you guys use Degree.
I don't use antiperspirant that
I
much
don't. I
anymore
can't
because
use antiperspirant. It gives me a rash.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Mine. It's because I wear black shirts and it gives me like there's a stain sometimes from the
Oh.
white.
Yeah.
So I just use deodorant.
It's all I use. Every time I use.
You can't even use like the cream or not cream, the foam
The cream.
or the
no.
gel deodorant. I like gel
The
deodorant.
gel's
I
cool.
didn't even know there was a.
They
gel
have
It just
ge-
feels fucking weird.
Oh yeah,
when
no,
you
I
put
can
it
use like gel deodorant. I just can't use antiperspirant.
oh
The
the chemical.
Yeah, there's something in it that like, or it's just the fact that it dries my pits out,
Yeah.
so that like it makes a rash.
on. That's like the whole
I never
point.
thought
of
of
it.
that.
It's like, what the fuck? Like, why are we trying to stop ourselves from doing something that we naturally do?
Yeah,
It's kind of weird.
Don't ask me about
It's human pride,
antiperspirant.
though.
I
It's
I just don't like having pit sweat stains.
I mean it's.
I sweat everywhere else. It's mostly right in like the Grundle trenches.
Grundle,
yeah,
The
right?
Grundle trench.
That's what I.
You know what I'm talking about? I need that. Just the seam.
We talked about this last time
We-
where you wipe it,
You
you smell.
it. That's how you know you had a good day at work. Depending on how bad your Grundle smells.
Yeah.
But it's
Smell
the,
your
it's the
Grundle of your day.
seam. It's the seam
Your day.
right there. You know, every
The
guy
ul-
that's watching this knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Alternate reality. That's how you earn bonuses. You fucking wipe your grundle and go to your boss. I deserve a fucking bonus. They're like, oh yeah, that smells fucking. That's
Smell my Grundle. Smell my Grundle.
Look how hard I work for you. Give me
The
raise.
daily Grundle.
So we're gonna take a $5.
Uh,
I need nicotine.
Alright, yeah, let's take a five.
Fucking
We'll end it on Grundles.
Ended on
We're gonna take a $5 for
good
the
answer.
Grundle.
Alright. Back into the old grind.
Alright, where were we? Grundles.
That was a fucking break and a half.
Yeah.
You know, not just because I really, really love Bill, but I really want the Browns to be good eventually. Like, I want the Browns to be the next huge dynasty in the NFL.
It's not gonna happen, man.
I really want it to happen. That's
so bad.
Just because you want it doesn't mean you're gonna get it.
yeah. That's
They're
why I'm glad I'm
literally-
not.
know shit.
They're fucking horrible though. They're like 0-7 right now.
They
They just can't turn that franchise around. They
They
don't know what to do. Like they cannot figure out what the formula is for having wins on their record.
You need Carson Wentz, but they got rid of that
guess.
fucking draft pick. I know you don't watch football, Paul,
Yeah, I mean,
but you know the Browns are awful.
I can assume their name's the Browns.
Yeah,
so they're
that's all
probably
you need.
shit.
Their name's
They're,
after poop.
they have been awful since 1990,000 fucking whenever.
When
When
the sport
whenever.
began.
But they had the chance to get this quarterback named
I'm
Carson
hiding for a
Wentz.
second.
They had the chance to get this quarterback named Carson Wentz last year, and instead of getting this quarterback, they gave the pick away, gave it to the Eagles. Well, he is looking right now like one of the best quarterbacks in the league already. It's only his second year, and I think everybody in Cleveland's on fucking suicide watch every time Carson Wentz plays. He was playing yesterday, and he was doing shit that I haven't seen, like guys like Aaron Rodgers and like Tom Brady and Drew Brees and Manning and shit. They're the only ones that I've seen that from since I've been alive.
Yeah.
Being able to just we were watching it last night. He was getting sacked from behind, and a guy was pushing him over too. And as he's falling, he just throws a complete dart, perfect
Yeah,
spiral
right.
pass, like 25 yards, bink, touchdown.
What the?
The other one was he was getting tackled on both sides and somehow got out of it and ran like for 15 yards.
Jeez, I can respect
Yeah, there's some
that.
guys that like can really feel the pocket, like the way it collapses
Yeah.
around them.
Rodgers and Breeze and
And
Brady.
they know
really
how
good
to
at
get
it.
out of it too, like
Yeah.
how to escape, like which way to get out,
Yeah.
and where the defenders are coming from.
Yeah, Rodgers might be
It's
the
all experience too, though.
yeah.
Like is knowing like how like what the defense is going to send at you, like who's going to be rushing you and where they're going to come at you from, and then also knowing how your linemen are going to be blocking, like your offensive line is going to be blocking.
Yeah.
So the way they're schemed,
Right.
so
See-
the way they're planning to block, you got to base the way you're going to move in the pocket on that.
Yeah,
So like really, the quarterback has such a hard job, not only knowing like the offensive line scheme, they also have to read the defense, the entirety of the defense.
Yeah.
Then they have to know what their receivers are doing and what their running back's doing, like if he's going to come up and block or go out into the flat or what he's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
You got to like know a lot of shit, and then you can change shit based on that.
That's
That's
why-
a mental game.
like Peyton Manning was ridiculous. He didn't have an offensive coordinator. He was the offense for those teams.
Yeah,
Every team he was on, and he would just playing against them in Madden is all you need.
you don't even need a coach at that point.
No.
Like at that point, you are the fucking coach. Like you're a player coach. You're like Michael Jordan and fucking.
Washington,
Well, you're like Michael Jordan for the Toon Squad.
same thing. But
The ring.
I think Rodgers might be one of the. He definitely is the biggest holy shit, how the fuck did he do that moments. And he has enough of those against my team, let alone every other team ever. Every time Aaron Rodgers plays the Cowboys, I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, they always fucking. I don't know, dude.
They give him too much. You can't give him even a second on the play clock.
Not when they have timeouts. If they have no timeouts, you're okay. Because like, well, no, maybe not. Because he's throwing two Hail Marys, two Hail Marys,
3.
three Hail Marys, but one wasn't like a game winner or anything.
No.
He threw the one against Detroit, and that one was a game winner. That was a walk
one
off.
was
That was
ridiculous.
fucking insane.
I think I was here for that.
I think you and Brian were here.
And then he threw the one against Arizona.
And
But
that
they
went
lost,
to overtime, and they lost because Fitzgerald caught that pass and
Yep.
just went. And then there was
But-
another one.
The pass to Jerry Cook in the divisional last year against the Cowboys.
Yeah, it was just like a heave.
But he threw it across his body, across the field.
Yeah.
And it was just perfect. Watch football, Paul. Then we can call you football.
Football. That's
Yeah.
why I don't watch it, actually. As a matter of fact.
Accurate.
I used to like the sport until
Football.
everyone called me football. So
That's
this is fictional, but
we'll cut that part out.
Yeah.
That was the real story. That's
Yeah.
what happened.
Yep.
that's. I don't know. I just can't get into sports. The games. I respect the sports.
I didn't really watch sports that much until I got into football.
Yeah.
Because
That
it's
was-
like that's like the only thing I watch besides MMA.
Yeah. Extreme.
It's easy to get into fighting. That's what I like about it.
Well, yeah, it's more like
It's very,
barbaric.
yeah,
It's-
primal.
Yeah, primal.
It's
yeah.
so easy to relate to
Yeah,
fighting.
yeah. It's like the base of all sports, you know,
It's-
is
yeah.
fighting of a sort. You know?
Yeah, because I mean everybody in a
Competition
way
at its base.
knows how to throw a punch.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of a natural
yeah, it's a
thing.
human nat.
Yeah,
It's a
Obviously,
self-defense
you don't-
mechanism.
Obviously, there's like a degree of technique that you could perfect that.
Right,
with.
and that's where the
Just like with
sportsmanship
everything.
comes.
Yeah. I mean, with everything, there's a level above. You know, like you could always get better at just about anything.
Right. Everyone can throw a ball, but can they throw it fucking 50 yards? No.
Yeah. And accurately.
Yeah, accurately and land it in that pocket.
And like be able to hit a receiver that's running super fast in stride.
Fucking full stride receiver, just land it right in their lap.
It's all practice and timing.
Yeah.
What sport do you think has the best athletes? All around.
Like overall, like what sport
Yeah.
has the most?
Like if you took
athletic-
instead of the Olympics with countries, you took the Olympics but with sports teams,
Mixed martial arts.
mixed martial arts,
I think so.
like sprinting, high jump,
I think
track and field type shit. Not fucking.
MMA fighters like
I think they have to condition themselves.
I think they're
most.
definitely way better conditioned
Mhm.
because in football you get breaks. Basketball, like MMA, you're keeping your cardio, you're keeping your energy, and you're also getting the shit beat out of you.
Yeah, you could take
Strength,
a bunch.
yeah.
Endurance.
it's like there's
Everything you could ever want. Giants.
I mean, like, there's a degree of athleticism as well for, like, wrestlers and shit, too. Just, because, like, if you're an MMA wrestler, you have to be able to fucking take people down and shit.
Yeah,
be
you
able
have
to
to...
not be taken down. I don't know, like, I guess it would probably be that, but there's some sports that, like, have a different skill set.
Yeah,
It's hard to kind of compare them.
Right,
Like
like
basketball
football's definitely
would be
up there
ridiculous.
too, because it's just got a diverse like.
Yeah,
You're all fast,
Roster.
muscular dudes.
yeah. Well, not all.
Well, not all of them
Not all of
fast,
them,
but like you. My point is that there's different conditions for each role.
Yeah,
on a
exactly.
team in that one, which
Um,
takes more out of the training.
if you had to become a professional athlete, a good professional athlete, like award winner and shit,
Right.
what sport would you pick?
I've always had a passion for skateboarding.
Yeah,
That's like.
Mm,
That's like I don't know.
would be like a Rodney Mullen, Tony Hawk kind
Right?
of guy,
That'd be awesome.
winning the X Games and shit.
Yeah, that'd be super.
true,
fun.
that'd be wicked cool. But there's, like, a risk. If
Oh,
I,
yeah.
like, had this choice, I'd pick something that's low risk.
Baseball.
Like baseball,
Yeah.
exactly. But the problem with baseball is that you play every fucking day.
Yeah, you play 162 games in like 7 months.
That's fucked.
The season starts
And, like, a
not
lot
even
of it is,
7
like-
months
You have to
because
love
you
that shit.
start in April and the season is over by September. So you play 162 games in 5 months.
Yeah.
You're playing like 30 games
You're
a month.
playing almost
You're
every
playing
day.
almost every day. Yeah, that's fucked. I never
still
even
not
thought
as
of that.
still not as demanding as the WWE schedule.
No.
That shit's almost every day, like,
That's like
year
performance
round.
art, though. Like
yeah.
how
It's like Cirque du Soleil.
like indie bands touring for their
Mhm.
whole life every
Mhm.
day, on the road.
But there's a lot of fucking injuries in that too.
Yeah,
But, like, it's just the idea of, like, how do you not get exhausted with that? Like,
Are we talking about baseball or WWE?
with any of those.
With
Even
anything,
basketball
yeah.
plays. Even basketball is a lot of fucking games.
82. Just so good hockey.
Right. I mean, I guess that's why like the retirement, like for most sports, are like in their mid 30s
Yeah.
because it's like it burns you out hard.
Yeah.
You know.
And then what happens is when you stop playing, you fucking have like a year off, and then you want to play again because you're so
it's all
used to
you're
fucking
conditioned to do that.
yeah. That's all you've done.
Yeah.
Like for them, it's been what they've done since high school or even before that.
Right.
So that's been their whole
That's all
fucking
they
It's
know.
life.
like drilled in their life.
They've been institutionalized. Fucking
Essentially.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Christ.
And then you just turn into Tony Romo, which Tony Romo is an amazing commentator. Have you heard some of the shit?
He's the best already.
He's ridiculous.
He's the greatest already.
He's like,
Seriously.
dude, like he doesn't even have to see. He could be blindfolded and tell you what's going on the field. It's hilarious. He's like, well, this is exactly the play that's going to happen, and then it happens. He like tells you the fucking
Dude,
play
it's
that's going to happen.
insane.
It's really fucking
That's
crazy.
awesome.
He's a better version of Phil Sims.
He's like, well, the quarterback's going to change the play here. It's going to be a play action
My
pass.
favorite thing though is either A, when he looks at a play and is like, yeah, I remember calling that back in 2008 with Marion Barber, or B, where he goes, well, I would have done this instead. Because then it's just,
Because he's just bitch slapping someone.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in that statement.
and I think Tony Romo knows that he could still kick ass, but he doesn't want to break every bone in his body.
Right.
I think he's very bitter.
I think he's getting respect from people now that people know that he knows the game.
Yeah.
Right. He
People
than
just
what he
now that you
showed.
can
Well,
actually
people
hear
just-
him, like his intelligence. And,
Yeah.
He wasn't bad. He was
has-
good. He was at least he was pretty good. But people just hate him because one, his name rhymes with homo. Like there
Right.
were straight up people that were talking about how his name rhymes with homo and that's why they didn't like him. I knew
Also,
people like
it's
that.
the fucking Cowboys.
And also he's the Cowboys quarterback. Just like how everybody hates Derek Jeter. But now, or no, everybody hated Derek Jeter, but now that he's retired, everybody likes him
Yeah.
because he's not with the Yankees anymore. He's with Miami.
Yeah, like the Falcons game, it was like all foggy and everything, and there was a Reddit post of like, it was a photo from the commentator booth, and it was just white, like you couldn't see anything.
Oh, okay.
And somebody made a joke about how Tony Romo would still be able to see the fucking play, fucking still call exactly what's going on.
Apparently, they're calling it. There's conspiracy theorists on the Atlanta Falcons subreddit or no, Atlanta Falcons and the Chargers subreddit because they think that there was artificial fog put in so that nobody can study the Patriots game film. There's people actually thinking that.
Did you see that the
They're calling it
Arizona
fog
Cardinals?
day.
The Arizona Cardinals subreddit got turned into, it changed like overnight into a bird watching subreddit.
That's hysterical.
Their season is over. They lost their quarterback, running back, and their wide receiver is like my dad's age.
Oh,
He's old as fuck. He's like 35 or 36.
So now you go to their subreddit
And it's just pictures of birds.
Pictures of
that's
Cardinals.
hysterical.
Oh, I was dying.
And they're keeping it up. They're like,
They're
fuck
letting
it.
it go.
They don't even have game threads. They have no NFL related shit on it at all.
They know
right
that
now.
they're in the grave.
And then
that's-
it's so fun. They were projected to do really, really well this year. They were projected to like win the division, and they were one of the favorites to make it to the Super Bowl. In
Oh,
like
man.
3 weeks, their whole fucking
just crushed.
crashed. Oh my god. Fucking
That's hysterical.
Arizona
Reddit is a
Cardinals,
phenomenon.
like the Arizona fucking Malaysia Flight 370s, just fucking fly away and they're gone. They disappeared. Oh my lord. No, I can't imagine having to do that. The Cowboys subreddit would never do that because the Cowboys subreddit doesn't even let you post memes. It's like Nazi Germany in there. I go in the Patriots subreddit every now and then just to like hype up when they're playing a team I don't like. So like the Bills, Jets, or Dolphins, which is 6 games a year for the Patriots.
Yeah.
And I go in and I make a post and it's like, what is this? People having fun? You can have fun on your team subreddit? I can't have fun on the Cowboys one.
I've never been to the Cowboys one.
Don't go to it. It's awful. It's depressing as shit.
Right? They're all like serious.
They're way too serious. That's what I don't like. Oh, speaking of serious,
That's the one thing that like I think detracts me the most of sports.
is
Is
the fandom.
Yeah, some of the fandom is just too much. It's like, wow, you're just too hardcore.
It's crazy though, like you don't like I feel like football especially, like when you get to be a fan of a team, it's like a diehard thing. Like it becomes part of you.
Right.
in a
Yep.
way.
And that is mind blowing.
And you kinda like live and die by your team.
Right? You're like, no,
very
that was my
strange.
man.
It's
It
very
is.
strange.
You feel like a
You feel like you're like
An
the
extension.
coach, the
yeah,
captain,
you feel like you're part of the team. I think that's really like the big thing I like about football, especially going to the games. You feel like you're part of the team because you're fucking making noise and you're trying to
Right.
get the other team to like not hear their snap count or like not hear like what play they're calling and shit.
Right.
It just feels good.
You feel like a part of the team,
Right.
especially when the other team fucking false starts and you're like, yes, like we did that.
Yeah.
Like we fucking caused him to not hear the snap count. It's like that's what the Seahawks kind of branded too, like the 12th man thing.
They tried to.
They tried to like trademark it too.
Texas A&M has it.
But
Originally, they call their stadium the 12th man, but I think they share it with the Seahawks.
Hmm.
They don't let anybody on the team wear the number 12 because it's reserved for the fans. Because there's 11 men on each side of the field,
Right.
so 11 Seahawks on the field.
Okay.
The 12th player is the
Is the
fans
fans.
because they actually designed their stadium to
It's supposed
amplify
to be super
sound.
loud.
Amplify
Oh
sound.
yeah.
Yeah, and it like registers on the Richter scale and shit sometimes.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Chiefs Stadium is the only one louder than that one.
Yeah.
Arrowhead
Is it louder?
Stadium. Yeah, it is.
Huh.
Arrowhead Stadium, which is crazy because they're not even the biggest capacity stadiums. You have the biggest football stadium in the country is Michigan Wolverines Stadium, the Big House.
It's just the way the
It's like
acoustics-
120,000 seats or some shit like that. That's like Syracuse and Oswego put together. Every single person.
Yeah, that's fucking
I
crazy.
can't, seen that
I
place
can't
fill
imagine
up.
how big it is.
Yeah, I can't, that's a number unfathomable.
Yeah, like, fuck.
Like I couldn't imagine that many people sitting in a place. You know.
Imagine the transit to that place,
Oh my god.
getting in and out of there.
Yeah.
You have 100,000 people getting beer, food, water, going to the
Yeah.
bathroom. How
It's
the
rough
fuck?
getting in and out of the Carrier Dome.
Yeah.
Let alone
It's rough getting in and out of the
Just fucking
fucking
wear a catheter.
Oswego State
Walmart,
Stadium,
dude.
dude.
Walmart, dude. It's fucking hard to get in and out of Walmart.
Jesus.
Yeah, I just go over the bushes and shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's why I like streams. I'd like to sit at home and watch
It
it.
is the best seat, though.
It is the
really
best
is.
seat.
Like, you can see everything way better fucking on TV. That's for
You
sure.
can hear Tony Romo. You can't hear Tony Romo at the game.
I mean, you could try to. You could hear it. Well, with the shit on your phone now, you could watch the game on your phone.
Right? That's so true.
Somehow the one on your phone is live. The one you're watching
Yep, it's
in
behind.
real time.
It's
It's on
fucking
the delay.
delayed.
Like the fucking TVs at the lighthouse. God damn it. Did you listen? I'm not going to tell the whole story. Did you listen to the last podcast?
I haven't. No.
I tell a story about how I went to the Lighthouse Bar by Food Chow City.
Oh yeah.
And I went in there at the end of this SU game. I'm not even kidding. Both TVs had the SU game on, but one of them was like 10 seconds behind the other one. But
What is that?
I have no idea.
Like you're watching on different broadcast stations.
No idea.
Like
They only had Bud Light and Budweiser on tap. That's it.
oh,
That just lets you know how good of a story it is.
Okay.
That's gold.
It's fucked.
Right.
It's fucked.
Then you got the instant replay.
That's very true.
So then you can watch the
shit.
instant
Oh,
replay,
shit.
then watch the instant
Yeah,
replay
the
again.
instant replay of the instant
You get
replay.
4 instant replays. 'Cause you watch the play live, then you watch the 10-second delay, and then you watch the replay live, then you watch the replay delayed.
Then you really get to see what's going on.
Right.
Yeah,
then you
then you
definitely
become
know it.
Tony Romo.
Yeah.
That's probably what he does.
That's it.
He has everything on a delay in his house.
4 times.
Yep. Yeah, it's all connected with his fucking Fitbit. Fucking knows where he is in the house. A room that he's not in will be on a delay, and when he starts to walk towards it, he'll start to catch up.
That's an innovative idea.
We're gonna get there eventually. Right after we patent the marijuana subscription,
Yeah.
Dollar Baked Club,
Dollar Baked Club. I like that.
Dollar Shake Club,
Oh.
Isn't that what
$1 for shake. It's a
yeah.
mystery.
Yeah, right.
You can get $1. You can get a gram of shake for $1.
isn't
If
that
you want,
basically half baked? Isn't that what they did in
That's pretty
Half-Baked?
much what.
is it?
Well, like yeah,
The-
pretty much. They
the-
like stole weed
The
from
Mr. whatever, fucking
Smiley?
Mr. Nice Guy or
Mr.
whatever.
Nice
the fuck
Guy.
his
That's
name
what it was.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
is. The one
It
with
was
Dave
a-
Chappelle.
Yeah, it was kind of like an underground stoner Dave Chappelle.
That one's
movie.
it's on Comedy Central sometimes.
Yeah,
It's
they
pretty
definitely
fucking
showed
good.
him. Yeah, it's definitely not bad for a story.
I don't watch a lot of movies. I watch movies. I don't watch a lot of them.
You just watch parts of them.
Like
I just, yeah, I
Like
don't
those-
watch
I watch a
them.
lot
I
of
just
it.
watch
like those
some of them.
classic like the movies that people like 90s to early 2000s comedies. I don't think I saw Dumb and Dumber until like a couple months ago. And
Yeah,
like
I saw it. But
Night at the Roxbury, I fell asleep to, and everybody loves that.
That was pretty good.
I fucking hate The Big Lebowski. I don't understand that movie at all.
you don't like that movie?
I
No.
don't understand it at all.
I like it.
I think Wes has forced me to watch it once or twice. And then other people are like, you didn't like it? Well, you gotta watch it again. I think I've watched that movie like 5 or 6 times.
It's really like John Candy or whoever. What? Not John Candy.
Goodman.
John Goodman's character, who's like.
Yeah,
the
I think
really
it's like
funniest
weird.
character.
Is it like Napoleon Dynamite where there's nothing to get?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
that's
a
definitely
movie?
a good character.
Because Napoleon Dynamite I love.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there's nothing about it. It's just a funny movie.
I think also the thing that makes it so, like what gave it its cult like build is the fact that like the narrative of it is so like intertwining and like back and forth like and like it's kind of a mystery movie too. Like you don't
yeah.
really understand the intentions of all the characters.
I mean, it's all about the rug too.
Is
Yeah.
it? I just remember the bowling.
It's about the rug because it got pissed on or something at the beginning of the movie.
Well, it's the whole thing is that like there's
I thought
They
they
mix
stole
up the
movies.
they mix up the names.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so
And the
this
only
dude's
reason-
like this average guy gets fucking blamed for all of it. Basically, is what happens.
Right. And the only reason he gets like anything there is a narrative is because he's like he wants his rug back.
He wants his rug back because it tied the room together.
Yeah. Right? And like you're just following this character who's super eccentric,
Yeah.
just the dude. And like
It's kind of supposed to be like a symbol of like just the average guy. Kind of thing.
yeah, the average Joe.
So it's supposed to be like easy to relate to.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the-
for the time.
I guess I'll try it again. Give you an update. I gotta watch Clockwork
You're just out
Orange
of your
too.
element. You're out of your element.
Yeah.
You're out of your element.
See, and I bet you that's a fucking Yep, that's a fucking quote from me.
Yeah, it's a meme.
So
This is what happens, Donnie.
I know this is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass. I like the censored version of that. This is what happens when you meet
Is this your homework?
This is what happens when you meet a stranger in the Alps.
Dude, uncensored TV version.
Die Hard as the best one.
Oh yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
No
Boom!
way, that's funny. These mother trucking snakes on this motherfucking.
I thought it was
mother-trucking-
these monkey fighting snakes on this
Yeah.
Monday to Friday plane.
That's it. yeah. Like what?
These monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane. That movie was fantastically average. Like, everybody expected it to be bad, and it wasn't great, but it was
It
not
wasn't,
a
like-
bad movie.
I mean,
I
we're
never
kind of
saw
going
it.
back to the same thing we were talking about before
With what?
with movies that were either bad. And,
Oh yeah, the flop,
Like the
not
flopping
flop.
movie.
The flop and not flop?
Yeah. Like,
Oh,
I feel
there we
like
go.
how did Tropic Thunder ever do in the theaters?
I didn't watch that till recently, and that movie is fucking hilarious.
yeah,
Yeah.
no. And the best part of that movie is the whole they do trailers in the beginning of it.
Yeah.
And like in theaters, because I did see it in theaters, like you're watching these, they bleed in. Like you don't.
You don't know the movie
You're watching
starts.
the you don't know that the movie started until you see Ben Stiller, and then you realize that like, oh wait, this is part of the movie.
Yeah.
Like that was one of the things that I thought was so great. I don't know how it did in the box office.
I don't either.
I feel like it
I
did
feel
well.
like it didn't do that well, though. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, I think
It
it
doesn't
became
have a
like
lot
a
of
cult
hype.
movie afterwards.
Yeah.
I loved it. It's one of my favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
wicked.
hands down one of my.
I don't
favorite movies.
like comedy movies, but I loved Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
I think I was hungover one day. Shocker, huh? I was hungover one day and needed something to watch, and I put on Tropic Thunder, and I liked it a lot.
Yeah, that's
I don't
fantastic.
buy a lot of comedy movies. Like, there's a couple that I have on DVD, like I Love You, Man, and
Yeah, I just watched that the other day.
Is that one any good? Oh, it killed in the box office. It made double
It
its.
did?
It made double its budget.
Oh
wow,
Yeah.
holy
I'm
shit!
not surprised because it is a fantastic movie and it's got such a big name cast, like huge name cast.
Yeah, it's got Ben Stiller, Jack Black, Robert Downey Jr.,
Mhm.
Bill Hader, Danny McBride, Jay Baruchel, and actually Tom Cruise is
Yeah.
in it too.
That's
Tom
where
Cruise
I
is
was.
in it.
I just heard about it recently, and it was Jay Baruchel was on. Fuck. He was on one of the podcasts I was listening to. It was like The Fighter and the Kid or something, maybe. One of the podcasts I was listening to, and he was talking about it and how it was like, I don't know. They seem to be talking about it like it didn't do very well, but apparently it did.
Yeah, the budget was $92 million and it made $188 million in the box office.
That's awesome.
But you also have to consider advertising and stuff, so maybe it didn't really do that well.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those movies that isn't like legendary, you know, like not everyone knows about it and not everyone
Yeah.
enjoys it. So it's like it's kind of rocky in that regard.
Yeah.
It is a cult movie at this point. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
got
what
a
I'd say.
following.
I mean, you could still do good in the box office and still be a cult movie.
Yeah, yeah. It's really just about like the appeal. Like cult movies are the appeal after the box office. Like when they start making huge DVD sales, or you know.
Yeah, like when it comes out of nowhere.
like
it's
Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah.
Wet Hot American Summer. Have you seen that, Seth? The show or the movie?
No, I've seen it on Netflix. I just haven't gone like.
I don't-
It's actually pretty good.
Is the movie on Netflix?
It used to be. I don't know if,
If,
it still
if you
is.
can, watch the movie first.
You're supposed to watch the movie first.
Yeah.
Because the movie, it's all cohesive. It's the movie. They did the Wet Hot American Summer movie, and then like years later they did like it
A
had
prequel, right?
Yeah, they did a.
The first one was the prequel, and then the second series was the sequel.
Yeah, that is
The,
right.
the first season was the first day. The
Yeah.
whole first season takes place in 24 hours.
Yeah, that's the whole. Like,
Yeah, that's
one-
the best part, actually. It's
like that's it's just one of those like national. It's a National Lampoon's movie, but it's one of those movies that's just so obscure because of like the things they pull. Like it's just weird, like how they do. Like it's a series, but all the episodes bleed into the first day. You
Yeah.
know? It's like they're going through all this drama and like crazy shenanigans all throughout like 24 hours. It's
And
a
it just
day
makes you
camp.
think, how the fuck did the rest of the camp go? Because the movie is the very last day of camp.
Right. Yeah, that's right. And then they did the movie, which is like the last day of camp, and then they did a series, which is the first day of camp. And then they did.
The second season was the 10-year reunion.
Yeah, it was the 10-year reunion.
So fucking
Yeah.
weird. But definitely
Who was
watch
in
it.
that?
Dude, Paul Rudd, Elizabeth Banks, Amy Poehler, the guy with the beautiful eyes that was American Sniper,
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper,
Beautiful eyes.
Ike Barinholtz was in it, Janine Garofalo,
John Benjamin.
John Benjamin is in it,
Jesus.
and David Wayne wrote and directed it.
Yeah,
He did Children's Hospital, right?
yeah, I think so.
And something else. I don't know what's one. But yeah,
Or Comedy Central. Something
or
else.
Comedy Central, yeah.
It's a pretty good cast.
It's a really
Yeah,
good, and
yeah, it's
the
one of
movie
those-
was when they were all nobodies really. I think Bradley Cooper was in the middle of his first ever starring role when he first did the Wet Hot. He was the only name really. Paul Rudd wasn't really much. Amy Poehler.
Yeah,
and
a
they
lot
were-
of them. Now that I think about it, a lot of them were from Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah,
like some Freaks and Geek cast.
and what was it? The movie itself was recorded in like 30 days.
Yeah.
They could only rent the park for 30 days, and I think on like out of the 30 days, like 20 of the days it was fucking downpouring raining at the park.
Yeah, yeah, they did a documentary of it.
Yep.
And it was
Watch
actually
the
pretty
documentary too. It's really good. The whole thing is great. That's probably my favorite cult.
cool. Yeah, yeah.
Trailer Park Boys was a cult following, and then it just
Yeah, now it's
exploded.
popular culture.
Yeah, it
And
blew up fast.
Trailer Park
yeah.
Boys is that might be why it got pretty diluted. And
Yeah,
also,
yeah, that's a lot of it was. They got a lot of money fast, I think, and then they used it in,
That's when they went
good
to
ways
Netflix.
for their. Yeah, they went to Netflix. They got deals signed.
I mean, they were on Netflix beforehand.
right?
It's just it became a Netflix original,
Yeah, yeah.
which
they did that.
which doesn't make any sense.
Well,
'Cause
it's
it's not
like-
really a Netflix original. It
No,
was like
yeah.
it's a what the hell is it called? It was like Showcase or something. Showcase original.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Or was it Showtime?
Showcase.
Because it was a Canadian
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
some random.
It was a
Canadian.
Canadian like premium. It was like a Canadian version of HBO,
Yeah,
basically,
yeah, that's totally what it was.
like Letterkenny.
But that they didn't start doing original series for like years until like Netflix got their ball rolling.
Yeah.
They were done for a while, weren't they? They stopped. They didn't make. They didn't make any Trailer Park Boys. Season 7 was like
I think they did stop for a
2006,
while.
Yeah,
2007, and then they were on Netflix and they blew up, and then boom.
yeah, they
And then they just fucking made way too much.
Yeah,
they got a lot of money and they put it to use.
there's no. I guess my biggest problem with Trailer Park Boys, the recent ones, is that there's like no charm anymore. There's no.
Yeah, it's kind of
There's
like,
no more.
I used to
There's
like
no
the
moral
way...
moral of the story sort of parts. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, I think it's also like just the entire vibe was different now. Like the original like first couple seasons, it was almost the way it was shot had its own charm
With
to
the
it.
shitty camera.
Yeah, like it almost felt like it was a mockumentary.
yeah,
sort of thing.
and it was the characters felt more believable.
Yeah,
And then
you felt like it was just a guy shooting something with
Yeah.
a camera,
right.
and then the budget got higher, and it just it wasn't the
Yeah,
same.
and they like you start recognizing their characters in role because the guy who plays Ricky is in a bunch of other like under.
He was in
He's in Boondock Saints too.
Hobo with a shotgun.
Hobo with a shotgun. He plays Ricky in that,
Huh.
but like in an alternate reality sort of thing.
Huh?
He's also in a torture porn movie that Dan and I watch. I think it's Would You Rather.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fucking. It's actually not a bad movie.
Sounds pretty good.
These people
Yeah,
are hooked
torture
up.
porn.
They're hooked up to these machines. It's just like Saw, I guess. Torture
Okay.
porn, like gore porn.
I got you.
Sounds weird when I say it like that. So nonchalant.
You're right. Huh.
But They're hooked up to these machines where they have to like inflict these machines extract this chemical that your brain only releases when you take pain. So they have to inflict more and more pain on each other in order for these machines to unlock. Or something like that.
It's pretty fucked up.
Or they have to like drain blood. No, it's a pain meter.
A pain meter?
A pain meter that's hooked up to their brains, and they have to inflict pain on each other in order to fill up this bar to let them out of the fucking thing they're locked in. It's fucking weird.
That's weird.
But Ricky is in it. Or maybe it's Vile.
I mean, you could just like pinch your nipples or something. That's
No,
pretty-
they do this
pretty
part
good.
where they're like boiling like water. They stick this girl's hand in it. Or it's, I don't know. It's fucking weird. Do a bunch of crazy shit. They
That
light
sounds
it. They
pretty
light a
painful.
guy on fire.
That's pretty painful
They
too.
pull their fingernails off, pull their teeth out and shit.
Yeah,
Not a good vibe.
Nah.
Not a good vibe. I don't mind the fingernails. The teeth though, I like my teeth. I don't want to look at people losing their teeth unless it's hockey. But
hockey's fucking crazy, dude.
I don't watch hockey
Dude, there's like
enough.
it's some shit like I've been like reading a lot about like this debate where people are talking about how hockey should or shouldn't be or like have fighting like allowed.
Fuck that.
It's so fucking weird because the argument that I hear a lot of people say is like it helps the team build momentum if you win a fight. But it's like how come that isn't in every other sport then? Like, how come a fucking football player can't drop their helmet and just fight for the sake of momentum? Like, I don't buy that. Like, and then they also have in hockey, they have like designated guys that fight.
Yeah.
Like they're made to be
grinders.
Yeah.
No, hockey
It's
is just a badass fucking sport, and it's always
Also,
been.
like, I mean, it's field play too. Like they're in more confined room.
Are you
like-
against fighting in hockey?
I just don't understand why.
I just think it's because it's always been there, and they don't
yeah,
feel
like
like they
why
should take it out.
it was even there in the first place. Like why? But like I just don't get why it can't. Why wasn't it in basketball or something?
Right.
You know,
Well,
like,
it doesn't make so much sense because you're not doing like, it's not
or soccer.
intentionally physical. You know, like aggressively physical.
Just trying to think
you
of
know?
like two fucking 5'8" Italian guys slapping each other in the middle of a soccer pitch.
I mean, I guess like it's a combat, or it's not really a combat sport, but it's a physical sport. But so is football.
Well, but football they are beating each other up. It's just not
But so are they in hockey.
It's
I mean,
not.
they're checking
But
each
there's
other
no.
and shit.
There's
Yeah,
really no
yeah.
breaks in hockey too, though.
with football.
There's
you
less
got,
breaks.
You got a line of guys that
You're
are
going
fighting.
way faster in hockey too.
Sure.
Are you
Hockey,
Are
you
you
got
trying to
your
understand
teeth
why
spread
there is
around.
fighting?
Well,
I
know
already
why
told
there's-
you.
I know why there's fighting.
Why they keep it?
I just don't know why it's still there.
or like
Because they don't feel like they should take it out.
They don't feel like they should take it out.
Yeah.
Which I just don't understand. Like I've seen so many debates like online recently. It's weird because people are talking about like it doesn't really make sense because it's not. People say that it's part of the game, but it's not really part of the game.
Yeah, it's definitely like not.
I think it's funny that
point-based or
there's
anything.
that they
You don't
actually.
get points for winning the fight. or-
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You, if anything, you get penalized.
Yeah, you get penalized.
You get
in the
removed
act.
from the game for 5 minutes. You get a major.
Right.
Both guys do.
Yeah.
You both get. The teams have to play 4-on-4 on the ice for the
I
next.
think it's
5
because
minutes.
there's more solo performance in hockey. You know, like football, you're dependent on your team, and you're already beating up the other team.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's 11-on-11 in football. Imagine
Right.
if you get in a brawl every football game.
Yeah.
in hockey, you've got your team spread out on the rink. You know, you've got shit's gonna be fucking said between the teams. You know,
Hockey is like, I don't know, it's weird. Like the way it flows and the way like guys switch lines.
It's hard to watch it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
It's way easier to watch live.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because on TV on TV you can only focus on the puck because that's what the camera focuses on. Watching hockey live is insane.
I like watching the shift changes and things like that.
yeah, it's wicked cool to see like a team, like a dude swap out in the middle of a play.
In the middle of the play.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like kind of free. It's like
Yeah.
way more free. Like you don't have to wait for a timeout like in basketball to switch like for substitutions and things
Right.
like that.
Right, like you could have two guys set up a play and then like switch a guy out to finish the play off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool.
When shit in hockey works out, it's fucking. I like hockey a lot. I think fighting should stay. Next topic.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it leaving.
No, it's definitely a topic though that like could be debatable.
It's just kind of a weird thing that it was like, what was it that established it, and why was it put into the rules in the
Right.
first place?
Bears.
The Bears? Is that why?
No, just bears.
They watch bears going at it, so why not?
All right, I guess we're wrapping it up because Jake's packing it up.
What? I've had my jacket on.
He's
I've been
packing it up
fucking
right now.
freezing.
He's about to leave.
I am taking this fidget spinner. Oh, is this?
He's over there fucking playing around. with all
I'm
kinds
just
of
gonna
shit.
fucking take these.
He's like, I'm just gonna take everything.
I
Take
thought
these
your-
souvenirs.
That is not
Your
what that is.
protective
That
case
is
for your
not.
fidget spinner.
That is not what that is.
What is it then?
It's for my
It's
like
for his
razor.
razor.
Oh, what? It just so happens the fidget spinners.
Fits perfectly.
That's hysterical.
This just completely devolved.
Completely derailed that, like Pelham 193.
You just red band.
Oh, I still had some left in this one. That's gross.
Nice Saints rule.
Fuck.
Straight blast, right?
Yep.
Hashtag blessed. Why are you putting shit in there in the first place? It is so full right now.
It's closed though. It's closed AF.
Oh.
It is way past my bedtime, boys.
Yeah, we can call it.
We had a good
What's
run.
2:05 almost?
Jesus. It's like an hour and
205 hours.
200. Christ.
Well, thanks for having me, boys.
It was good to have you on.
I'm sure I'll be back more than once.
Easily.
Yep.
You'll be back sooner if you bring me home.
Yeah.
We got next week we'll have my actual new microphone,
Yeah.
so then we can actually make it a little bit more organized.
Right.
And
Maybe we'll get another camera in here. I mean, what camera?
What camera?
yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, a camera. If we did have a camera, we would probably do
Yeah.
some behind the scenes stuff, maybe,
Yeah, maybe.
or something.
Yeah, we'd like show
Summit.
what is that called again?
The grundle.
The grundle.
The
We'd show our
grundle.
grundles.
The grundle crease.
Sneak peek of our grundles.
Like, I'm actually.
Sign up now. Get an exclusive.
we get like a
Xerox.
Patreon page. You gotta pay for it. It's like a subscription.
Yeah.
service.
$50 a month, you could see our
A photo of
grundles.
the grundle, daily grundle every day.
We'll send you a
Daily
Xerox
grundle.
copy of our grundle via mail or
We'll-
email.
We'll
Your
get
choice.
molds of it.
Oh, we'll mold our grundle for you. For
We'll make grundle
$5.
e-juice.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Bring that shit out.
No, you know what? Speaking of grundle, I'm not excited to get home and take this fucking. I'm still. For those of you that are not watching on video, I'm still in my work uniform, so I'm wearing black dress pants and a polo. And I've been working. I worked all day today, and I've been sweating my fucking
Grundle
grundle off. And I am not excited to get up and
Unleash that.
take this outfit off, because if you don't know this, when your grundle sweats and then you don't, and when your grundle sweats, and then you stop sweating from your grundle, it eventually dries. And I've been sitting here in this arid room,
Yeah.
letting
Then
it
you just have a dry
letting
grundle.
it dry.
Yeah, you gotta-
Not even do I have a dry grundle, which is optimal, but the my boxers where the grundle. Where it rests on the crease
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
grundle is dry, and it's like fucking sandpaper
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. It is so bad. My grundle sweat is just so, it's so dense when it dries. It's like dried Four Loko. It's just corrosive. I'm gonna take my boxers off and have no hair anywhere. It's just gonna be all dissolved.
All right. What a
We
way
lose
to-
another victim to the grundle.
I like how we break with a grundle talk,
And we're gonna end with grundle.
Yeah, that's the theme of this one. That's fucking-
Fucking Clear Shots Podcast, episode 4, featuring Paul
Featuring
Grundle Gamble.
Oh, you fucking! I'll take it.
Shit, cut that part out. I didn't say his last name.
Last names are for chumps.
Paul Grundle.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Yep.
Yep.